Heard that.
And on top of the other declarations, we are also recording. Again. So, welcome back, everyone. Welcome back, us. Welcome back, Melody. You might notice we are missing a certain Josh today. And in case you missed the end of last episode, then maybe you should go watch that to find out why. Or I'll also tell you in the recap, but also go watch it because it's insane. So, what happened last time? Having stumbled upon a horrid sight, the aftermath of the betrayer god's wrath, most of you, valiantly fought to cleanse the arms of Elysium of the corruption which resided there. Unfortunately, your foe was much more powerful than anticipated, and Volkar's decision-making prowess proved dissatisfactory when he, during an attempt to save Theron, instead reduced him to a mere stain with bones protruding from it. Tinny was quickly overwhelmed while trying to do her best to offer utility to the group. Milo survived longer than usual, but was isolated and cut down. Theron's corpse became connected to the eyeball from the statue and plunged his sword repeatedly through Volkar. Kalis unleashed the full force of his fury, but it was not enough. Derek, some fucking how, managed to stay alive during this.
Still don't know how.
I don't know how either. But Quilly, our dear, wild ginger barbarian, was chosen by Ray the Everlight herself as a temporary avatar of her divine glory. Wings, flames, light, and overwhelming power bestowed upon her. She removed the arms and then crushed the throat and decimated the fearsome Chad before falling unconscious herself, as the power had grown too much for her mortal body to contain. The Evertear shattered, but a new, smaller tier was formed as everyone was barely clinging to life, leaving a lonely Derek watching as the doors burst outward, revealing sunlight and sand, and figures began to curiously gaze inside. Some quick thinking from Derek sent a message to Zentha. She teleported inside while Dimension Doored and grabbed all of you and teleported away as a long string of counter spells happened behind her from all of the other angry and or confused wizardly types. Now, back in Santhrone, Dewdrop, Gorse, Zentha, and the rest of the crew rushed to get you all aboard and heal those of you who needed it. And, some stuff happened after that. Kalis and Tinny had a really nice, awkward middle school hallway crush conversation, which Zentha heard, for sure. Milo was told to get his shit together by Gideon. Then Volkar went to apologize to Theron. Theron, perhaps against expectations, told Volkar essentially that his apology is unwelcome and unaccepted, and his actions have been consistently a problem for the party, to say the least. Volkar did not appreciate being rejected, and decided to throw insults at Theron and his sister before storming off into the desert, leaving only his now severed from his flesh amulet of the Stormlord and half of the friendship amulet in the sand. And that is where we will begin. In the realm of Exandria, on the continent of Asilra, in the town of Sandthrone, aboard Deer Sentinel on the evening of Thunshir the First. Now, everyone except Blair, I need you to go to the secrets.
Damn, already?
Of
course.
course. No chance to talk.
Josh, you're welcome to stay. For those who are watching and or listening, Josh is lurking, though he is muted, and I'll let him privy to whatever happens here. Farron. Volcar leaves. A bit later, everyone is certainly asleep. It is quite late. And you find yourself ridden with enough emotions that sleeping isn't really an option. And as you lie there, awake, maybe staring out the window of your room, what would you like to do?
Theron will probably proceed to finish packing his bags and getting his gear on, and then he will knock on Zentha's door.
Okay. She answers pretty quickly, actually, only a few seconds. She pulls it open, and she looks tired, but like she's not been asleep. Is everyone okay? What's wrong?
Everything's fine. You told me you can get me back to Vasselheim a couple hours ago. Does the offer still stand?
Yeah, it does.
Good. I'd like
You want to leave now?
Immediately, yes.
You see, she looks a little perturbed, maybe, a little bit saddened, and she kind of nods at you. All right, give me 10 minutes. I'll meet you off the ship.
All right. And then I'll leave without saying anything. And I'll go outside.
Okay. A few minutes later, she comes down, and as she begins to prepare the spell, she stops about halfway through and looks up. Kind of looks out over toward the desert. I heard a little bit. He's gone?
Probably. It's for the best. The group would be fine without him.
Are they gonna be fine without you?
I suspect they'll survive. Did we accomplish what we set out to do? Is Tinny okay?
Yeah, it looks like it. Yeah.
At least some good came out of coming to that place. What was it that plagued her?
We're not quite sure, but there was some kind of parasite, it seems. Something came out of her. And that's a very, very big development. I'm not sure what it means exactly, but I think she'll be okay. Dewdrop agrees.
The parasite, did we capture it?
Yes. Oh, it incredibly well contained. Believe me.
I could have the Cobalt Soul take a look at it if you want it studied.
I think we're gonna do some on our own first. We have some other people to try and help, but I might very well... I might have to contact someone about that in a bit, yes. That might be very useful.
If you change your mind, seek out Lulu in the reserve. She can help you. Tell her I sent you.
He actually takes out a little notebook, writes down a couple quick things. Alright. Let's get you back.
Thank you.
She finishes it, and you feel the familiar, just sickening, gut-wrenching drop of teleporting, and you find yourself back in the birth heart, which is one of the more common places people will teleport into or out of. Whatever happened in there must have been truly awful for you. I mean, for all of you, but I didn't wish for my plans to tear your group apart.
Zentha,
You know,
wasn't your fault. This
I know it
group
wasn't
hasn't-
my fault, but it doesn't feel good.
No. This group hasn't gelled since we got together. if anybody's going to be able to bring them together, it's going to be Kalis, but he's going to have to step up to the plate. It's not my job.
Well, you saved a lot of people today. A lot.
I was only doing my job. I hope you keep Tinny safe.
I'll do my best. I'm gonna send a donation to the Cobalt Soul in your honor.
They would greatly appreciate it.
Well, no amount of money can ever make up for saving Tinny.
Smart girl, that one. Very
She's
inventive.
incredible, isn't she? I'm just so happy she's okay.
Determined. Nothing will get her down. I have a feeling together you guys will be able to solve the problem in your town. I'm just sorry that I couldn't see it through.
You've done more than enough.
Thank you.
She pauses for a moment as she goes to turn around, and she stops and glances over her shoulder at you. And she begins to speak in a pre-war Serral Unith Elven dialect, one that you have not heard used in quite some time. Emiana Lothmaya e Fithramol and Ioela. Elothmaya tho e Dolira and Iwalea Sho. And essentially what it means is, to find joy, one must know misery. To be joyous, one must stop creating misery. And it's essentially used as like a kind of like the key to happiness is understanding that one creates much of their own suffering of their own accord. And it's the way it's used is less dire than it sounds, and it's more of a very formal, like, I hope things get better for you and I want to see you healthy.
I haven't heard that dialect spoken in a long time. Thank you. That was good to hear.
I had Zylphine teach me. She can't resist it when she's drunk, so figured I might as well take advantage of that a little bit, but I'm afraid we both probably have a lot of stuff to do, so be well,
Yes.
and maybe I'll see you again someday.
If Ioun is good to us, our paths will cross again.
She kind of holds her hands together in prayer and looks up at the sky, closes her eyes, smiles, and then silently turns back to return. Where would you like to go?
Straight to the reserve.
Right to the reserve. You take a probably slow and maybe kind of, I don't know if somber is the word, but bitter, maybe. A bitter walk across the city. And you find yourself at the reserve. At this hour, no one's working. You can, you let yourself in. And are you to see Lulu, or are you off to your own quarters?
Going to Lulu's office. See if she's in there.
Okay. Door's actually slightly ajar this time. You can see that she is super asleep in her reclining chair, and the fire's going, and it's in its usual lovely state, the office.
I think Theron probably would not wake her. I think what he would do is he would probably find the nearest blank parchment and ink and just write a letter, and then he would put Dewdrop's book on the table,
Okay.
and on top of it he will write, for Lulu, find the healer named Dewdrop in a town called Sandthrone. a cobalt soul could learn much from this man. And then he'll put from Theron.
Okay, not like she wouldn't recognize your handwriting anyway.
Yeah,
but...
yeah.
Okay, and as you're writing, there's a little bit where she kind of grumbles a little bit in her sleep and shifts a bit and doesn't wake up though.
And then Theron, when he finishes the letter, he'll leave and he will start heading for Fort Thunderhead.
Thunderhead.
And he's going to try and pick up the trail of where he last met the daughter, the mother of corruption.
Okay. And as you step out of her office, there's this small hint of sadness in leaving Lulu, not really being able to tell her face to face. And as soon as that hits, you feel a long arm draped around your shoulders. You look, and you see a familiar visage. She leans in and whispers into your ear. See how much better you are without them, my handsome prince. And it kind of, you drift. And when you come back, she's not there, but you are filled with determination. Is there any other final details you would like to add before Theron disappears from our story for now?
In the dead of night, he leaves
Okay.
silently, as per Theron.
Blair. I'm going to put you in timeout with Josh. And I would like you to mute yourself, and you can stay present and listen as the story unfolds. I will go retrieve everyone.
Boing, 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 boing.
Wait, he's
What?
Wait, I didn't hear it.
I'm afraid there's nothing to hear.
Oh.
Oh,
so
my
upset.
camera's not working.
Uh-oh, we've got a broken camera. However, I heard you,
The
Iron Dan.
fuck?
Yeah, it's just my camera.
Cool. Well, if we're
Oh,
cameraless, it is what it is. If you want to fuck with it while we're playing, feel free to. If not, then whatever. I'm just going to keep stuff moving.
Wait till break.
Cool. Sounds good. Nighttime. On the ship. Kalis. It's fairly late when you suddenly awaken to something weird, and it takes you a minute to place it. But you realize you don't know where Volcar is, and there's no connection there. You know where the other part of the amulet is. It's a bit just kind of out into the desert, but you don't sense Volcar. You do not sense that connection. It is gone.
What the fuck? I swear to God, if he tried to go after that goddamn Kitwaller, I'm going to lose my shit. I'll just get out of bed. I'll just strap. I'm not even like gonna wear armor. I'm just gonna strap my sword to my waist, and I'm just gonna walk out there in my jammies.
Okay. And you walk out. It's a decent bit. I mean, it's only like a, I don't know, 4 or 5 minute walk from the ship to get there. But there you find it in the sand.
Nothing
You see
else.
footprints that just continue on into the distance. And you see little drips of blood occasionally that look a little bit old. Not much, though.
How would he be bleeding? And why would he take this off? Just pick it up. There's nothing actually wrong with the amulet, right?
It looks a little bent. It's enchanted, so it can't really be broken in half as Volcar wanted, but it certainly looks like it's been dinged up and beaten up.
Can I try to do some like Sherlock deduction type? It's like, how did he crack this shit? No. I'm just gonna go walk back to. I'm just gonna go walk back to the ship.
And as you're approaching it again, you see Zentha appears outside the ship in the sand, looking fucking exhausted. She just sighs heavily. She hasn't seen you at this moment, but she just sighs and
I've seen
sits down in the sand.
Zentha.
Yeah, you've seen her. She's not seen you, though.
Okay. A drop of blood. Sorry. Just sitting in the sand?
Yeah, just like head in her hands, just sitting there, just looking absolutely exhausted.
Just with the other piece of the amulet in my hand, I'll just go walk over to Zentha.
Okay. And as you start getting closer, sand is not the quietest thing to walk on. She kind of starts and looks up. Oh, goodness.
A rough
Hi.
night.
Yeah. She looks at your hand and sees the extra part of the amulet.
So
Yeah,
do you know?
he left.
What do you mean? What do you mean
Yeah.
he left?
He and Theron got into a thing, a verbal thing, not a physical thing, and he left. And then Theron just told me he wanted me to drop him off in Vasselheim. Said he had other
Wait,
stuff
no.
to do.
So let me get this straight. What do you
Yeah,
mean,
they're gone.
drop him off in
They're gone.
both of them?
Yeah. Both of them.
I'll kind of just like plop down next to her.
And it sounded, I mean, I didn't catch the beginning of whatever it was, but it got a little loud at the end. And Volcar was not very happy about something, and Theron seemed tired. Very tired. But kind of, I don't know, something feels weird about it to me, but yeah.
I mean, why would they do this?
I don't know.
During one of our most important periods, we have to go. Nah, I guess they don't really care about Milo that much. If that's the case.
Yeah, I guess so.
Not to mention we have that entire fucking ritual that we have to go do when we get back up to the pit and to Fletcher's Eye. Never mind, you didn't hear that.
I don't have any possible emotional room for that to be elaborated on right now. I don't care.
That's fair enough.
I'm fucking tired. And I figured Theron really didn't want to be here, then it was probably better for all of you to not have him around. Because if he's unsure of something, who knows how that might come up.
Ironically enough, in some strange way, he's what glued us together.
Well,
Volcar
yeah, he mentioned
kind of
something
having the
about,
opposite effect.
That's your job now, apparently. Yeah. Golden
Sorry,
boy.
I have a bit too much trauma to deal with in order to keep a group of individuals together. That's not
I
my
know.
job.
Yeah, it feels good, doesn't it?
Oh, fuck.
Mm-hmm. Just, never mind. That's not the time for this.
And not to mention Volca. How could he?
I don't know. I mean, he sounded angry. He sounded very angry.
I'll raise the amulet and it's like... Do you know how long we had to attune to this shit in order to get this working? I have to do this again.
I don't. I don't know.
That's all that we've been through and he just up and leaves. To be honest, nah. If he was willing on doing that now of all times, then we didn't need him anyways. Bastard. And I'll stand up and then I'll just... You want to get a drink? I could use a drink.
I'm gonna wait till we're in Scarlitton for that, and then I'm gonna drink so goddamn much.
I'll start the party early, so...
Yeah, I'm gonna be here, sleeping in the sand, I think.
Yeah. Alright, well, I'm gonna have to think of who I'm gonna give this half to. But I'll see you in the morning.
Yeah, try not to, well, whatever. Just try to sleep eventually. You might want to cover that one.
I'll see about that in the morning as well. Yeah. And then I'll just walk off back.
She just sighs and plops herself down in the sand and mutters some prayers to herself in Elvish. And the rest of you...
As Killis is walking, I was like, it's like, the motherfucker also stole all of our gold, all of our magic.
In case none of you realized that, none of you watching, Volcar had most of the party's money. And the diamond.
And the diamond.
Swindled. However, the rest of you sleep like shit. It's a heavy sleep, because your body needs it. But it's riddled with flashbacks, maybe some nightmares, images of all of the horrible, horrible things you've just experienced and or just been forced to do against your will. Except Quilly. You have a wonderful night of sleep. You feel the warmth and love of the Everlight still within you, lingering. And as morning comes to all of us, Willie, you are down to 4 levels of exhaustion. So despite the good sleep, you still feel physically very bad when you wake up. Kalis, do you try to sleep? When do you come back to the ship? Because it's pretty late when you head out there.
Probably stays up for like another hour or two. Just thinking about what's happening, and then probably just a not so restful sleep, but he tries to get as much as he can.
Okay. Does he come back to the ship for that, or does he sleep at the tavern?
He'll go back to the ship.
Okay. So, to get a full night of rest, Kalis would need to sleep much later than everyone else. However, I suspect he's probably not gonna quite get a full long rest. So, we'll call it a short rest for now, but we are about to start flying, and spoiler, I don't have intentions of throwing another fight at you right now, so don't stress. Just for flavor.
I'm sure Quilly can handle it.
Yeah, 4 levels of exhaustion, Quilly. She'll be fine.
Speed of 0.
Yeah, who can't physically move by herself right now. Yeah, she'll be fine. No spear anymore either to throw.
I still got shit to figure out.
Morning comes,
Mhm.
and you all wake up at your various times as Zentha and the crew are readying the ship to leave. And are there any pre-leaving conversations or things to have or do?
Well, Quilly is probably just in her bed still. Is she conscious and in her bed?
Conscious, yes.
Okay.
Yes, you are awake and like you could like sit up and like you're not walking or anything today for sure, but you are aware enough. Yes.
And she's probably in her bed and she's just she's scribbling something in what if she has a. I'm pretty sure she has like a notepad or something. Not the
Yeah.
message notepad. This is her personal.
Yes.
Eric would go check on Quilly since he's the one that really saw the fucking fireworks.
Yeah, you're the only one who really knows what happened
Yeah.
at all.
Okay, so basically, Derek goes and knocks on. Is there a door?
Yeah, there's
There's
doors.
a door. Okay, so I knock on the door.
Come in.
Oh. Oh, hey, Quilly. I
Hey.
see you're awake now.
Now, yeah. That was interesting.
Yeah, how
You
you
look-
feeling?
Like shit, but
Yeah.
I feel like how are you guys? How is everybody?
I don't know yet. I kind of fell asleep early.
But
I-
they're alive.
Yeah, everyone's alive, or better or worse. I'm sure everyone is here and sleeping. No one left.
Yeah. Well, I can't wait to see everyone
I know.
after I saved their lives.
I know. You were awesome. Like, what do you remember about that?
Well, it was very strange. I remember waking up in the cave and all of you were dead. And then I saw a woman. And I don't know how I know, but I know it was Serenray. And
Really?
it was really nice. I'm usually not one for all that god shit, but it felt good. And I'm so glad that
I guess you guys Volcar more about God shit.
yeah. I'll have to
Volcar
Pick a
or
zero back
Kalis? I think Volcar is more. has a lot of
Probably.
brain.
I have a little something that I would like to try to say to her. So
Oh, by the way, you look so badass. Like when you went full Serenray power.
did I? I wish
like
cameras
flaming
existed.
wings, flaming hair. Actually, I'll just show you. And I put up a minor illusion of what I saw.
Whoa.
Yeah.
It's a
That's
little
cool, huh?
blurry because Derek was like half blinded by it, but the bits that you can see clearly are crazy looking. Like you're pretty sure he's just making it up.
You could even say it was
Nope.
borderline
Nope.
Saiyan Ye
Nope.
or Saiyan Ray.
Nope.
Wow,
Nope.
that doesn't
I'm
even.
gonna head out. Bye-bye.
No one responded to
Kalis
it.
has gone to
No
the party
one-
too.
Just nope.
Okay.
Keep talking.
Kalis is God.
And
that doesn't
Danny's
even-
going to timeout. No.
Yeah.
Doesn't even look
Yeah,
like
but-
myself.
I know. I know it's not the best picture, but it was like blinding light, and you eviscerated that fucker.
Good.
And as he says that, Quilly, you have just a flashback to just cleaving the arms off and just crushing this thing's goddamn throat as its head just explodes with radiant light.
I'm so cool.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, he was 7.5 feet tall, and you're like 5 foot.
My little bitty.
Yeah. Yeah.
Damn. Well, I'm just glad that we made it out of there alive.
Yeah. Oh, early. Luckily, I was able to get a message to Zentha before shit really hit the fan.
I would
And
like
you were-
to see
Yeah,
them.
you were unconscious after that.
Yeah, I
You've
figured.
been out.
For how long?
What time is the morning right now?
I would say none of you woke up very early. you all slept in a
so-
bit.
Tinny might have, because she got that long, like, rest kind of.
Yes, that is fair. Tinny arguably could have been up a bit earlier. She was also just dying for multiple days, so like,
True.
you know,
Yeah.
sometimes the
she would've
body needs to
gotten
recover a bit.
I think
Okay,
she
that's
fair.
started
I would
tinkering.
say it's probably like
Close to noon.
9:30ish, 10 o'clock
Oh.
right now.
Oh.
Yeah,
I'm okay.
so not super late, but not by airship standards.
Late
not
morning.
early. Yeah.
Still feel like shit though. Definitely
Yeah,
can't do much.
You look like shit. Yeah.
I don't know how much help I'll be in our business in Scarlitton.
Yeah. Well, we have a few days travel, so you can rest up.
I would like to get out of this room though, but I need help.
Yeah. I would help you there, but my arms are made of sticks.
Oh, great.
That's what the magic's for. I'm sure Volcar, Kalis, maybe Theron could help
I'm
you.
I'm sure Volkan and Theron could help me.
Yeah. Oh, I'm gonna go check on everyone else.
All right.
You hang tight. You need anything?
I'm fine. I'll just be in here writing.
Okay. Get some rest.
You guys are in the tavern? Not in
No,
the
they're in the
airship?
ship.
They're in the ship.
Yeah, they're in Quilly's room.
Okay.
Yeah, Quilly can't walk right now.
So as I wake up, I try to fashion myself like a headband out of some kind of article of clothing. Let's say it's red.
Okay.
A
fair.
red piece of cloth, you know, maybe to make sure that it doesn't bleed through. If the thing actually does end up contaminating with.
For a few minutes, you're actually like, hey, this is working. Nice. And as you start to walk out into the hallway, little bit finds its way. And as you feel it, it's not like soaked. It's just the one exact spot that it keeps coming from is just super concentrated. And as you kind of feel it, more just kind of pulls out.
Does it slow it a bit though?
It seems to have slowed it for now, yeah.
Okay. So I'll keep it. I'll actually fashion myself a second one just in case I need to replace it.
There are actually plenty of nice cloths around available here. And Zentha is a fancy lady, so there's stuff available to use.
And actually, as I'm getting up and I'm leaving my room, I'm kind of just curious, who'd be the closest room to me? Who'd be staying in it?
I forget the exact layout offhand. Milo is across from you.
I'll get Milo first.
Quilly and Derek are also pretty close to you.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna knock on Milo's door. Are you in there?
Hello. Who's there?
It's me. If you know who me is, if you actually care at all. But I'm gonna need to talk to you all about something important. We're probably gonna end up meeting
And as
in...
you're saying that, you hear Zentha's voice call down the stairs. Wake up call!
Shit.
And then she goes, oh, wait, sorry. And then she magically amplifies her voice, so it's much louder. Wake up call! And anyone who was not awake is awake. Very loud. And you hear her kind of clomping down the steps kind of quickly. Right.
Well-
Everyone. Upstairs when you're ready. 5 minutes.
Can I
please.
talk to them quickly?
Yeah, you can. I imagine some of it's probably the same as what I was going to say. So do your thing, but upstairs, and we're leaving pretty soon.
Okay. Alright. I don't know if the other, like, if Derek also came out or Tinny came out of the rooms
Imagine
as well.
Derek was wandering around for a bit.
Wandering around? Okay. I'm gonna grab all of them and essentially just tell them, it's like, okay, well, since Quilly can't actually move, we're gonna move to her room. Move to her room as a kind of a meeting ground. So I have important I have bad news.
I'm assuming it's because Volkar and Theron are not here.
Let's talk,
Yeah.
and then we'll move over to Quilly's room.
Okay, and there the 5 of you gather, or the 4 of you. You brought Tinny, right? Okay. the
Yeah,
5 of you.
I'll bring Tinny. All right. Yeah. Well, I have bad news.
You look like Rambo.
Who?
You know, that great hero of ancient prophecy.
Yeah. Parents share me stories about him all the time.
Yeah.
You gonna get bedtime stories?
Theron and Volkar are gone.
Okay.
Gone.
Gone?
What do you
They're
mean?
Gone.
They've left us.
And on a hunting
was a lot-
trip, or
No. There was an argument between the two of them, and it got pretty heated. Volkar left out of anger, and Theron left to do his own thing. I'm not sure, but we can't dwell on that too long. They're gone. We have to forget about them.
okay, but I'm assuming Volkar was courteous enough to leave the stuff behind, right?
No, he did not. Let's not think about that right now. We have bigger problems on our plate.
Wait, they just left without
So
saying
they
goodbye?
just
Yes.
left.
It's exactly what
So-
they did.
All of our stuff.
Forget about the fucking things.
Like, gone.
Yes, they've left.
Don't you guys have like
And
a
not-
really important thing to do?
Yeah.
Yes, we
And so
do, but we can't rely on them right now.
We have to
We have other
continue on our
problems.
path.
Yeah,
On a
the
bit
And
one
to be
better
honest,
schedule.
if they're just gonna leave us like this, then we don't need them anyways.
I don't want the stuff back.
Oh damn it, Derek, with the fucking stuff. We don't need the stuff.
I need the stuff.
Gold can be won again.
I don't care about the gold. I wanted the wand.
What fuck?
I can make you a wand.
Okay, I'll drop it for now.
Oh, no, no.
We'll get you a wand when we can get you a wand.
Continue.
Right now, we can't do anything about them. Well, on to Scarlitton. That's our next destination right now.
Volkar's been facing demons for a while now. If he feels he needs to do this
Volkar is
part,
his own demon. I don't know how often we have to tell him this.
he is often his own worst enemy. But if he needs to be alone, then there's nothing we could do about that. Theron is... He's always
Aaron,
been a
I'm
bit of
more
a
worried about.
closed book, so that is very concerning. I hope we could still talk to Lulu and Cobalt Soul for information. It's going to be kind of awkward.
Yeah.
Well,
But we're on a schedule
yeah.
that we can't afford
You
to
can't
change.
walk, can you?
No, not at all.
No. Okay. Well, since we're all going to be meeting up there in or less than 5 minutes now, I'll just carry you.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, here, I can do something. I'll cast a floating disc. You can put her on this.
Perfect. I'll just.
She can
That's
sit up
convenient.
and, listen.
What's it look like?
I
Like
imagine
fancy
it's
stuff?
just like a big like a cogwheel.
Oh,
Just like metal
Okay.
and
Oh.
Awesome.
not a flying carpet.
I love it. I imagine it also slowly spins the whole time too, just very
Yeah,
slowly.
yeah,
So Quilly's just
you just have to
slowly
like adjust.
rotating. Yeah. The conversation just moves with you. Okay.
How are you feeling though, Quilly? It was a lot of light. I don't really know what happened.
It was indeed a lot, and it's kind of hard to put into words. Well, I kind of did put it into words. Kalis, later, if you could help me pray, I would greatly appreciate it.
Right.
It doesn't have to be a thing. You know what? Maybe I just ignore what I said.
No, it's okay. We can look about how you want to pray. It's different for everybody, but I'll be honest, I'm not the greatest at it. I'm not the most devout, but I could always show you how I do it.
Sure, anything would be appreciated. But yeah, it was when we were in that cave and I saw all of you were either unconscious, dead, or dead and being controlled. I lost it. I can't handle losing another family. And it was in that she came to me. I don't know why, but it was her. It was the Everlight. And she lent me her power to destroy that bastard, and with the connection with severing, I begged her to save your lives. But I'm so happy to see that she listened.
The gods are strange things. They have their own whims. So it's a good thing that she came to you, but
Definitely don't think I'm the worshipping type, but I'd like to learn.
it's worth a try.
I mean, he saw something in you, so.
Well, I have
Wait, okay.
no, I have something that I want to say to her. But yeah, we should probably get to upper deck before Zentha throws a fit.
Let's go.
Okay.
I'm gonna have to talk to you later, and I'll point to Milo. I have to talk to you later. So come visit me in my room after talking to Zentha. Yeah.
Uh-oh. Does Milo care to respond? No?
Yo!
No response from Milo?
Shit.
Yeah, not at all. But you'll take it into account.
I'd like to imagine the face you made was actually his response. Just kind of just leaves the room.
Exactly. Yeah.
Okay. And so with that, with your flying saucer of Quilly, you all head upstairs. And as you get up there, you start to hear from beneath the ship the familiar of it starting to power up. And you see Zentha's there. She looks... Tinny, you would be able to tell that she is not actually feeling better. She is totally just in work mode and is putting that off until later. But to everyone else, she looks like she's doing a lot better. Right, so we're leaving now. And oh my goodness, Quilly, I didn't even think about the fact that you can't walk. Why didn't you correct me? We could have had this downstairs. I just wanted it to be in the sunlight.
It's alright. Penny's got me.
I got her.
He's got all of us. All right. Yes. So just under 2 days to get there. Unless anything goes wrong, but usually flying over the Stencil Desert is easy. So we should be there. Yeah, just under 2 days. And I don't know. I thought I had more to say. I guess I really just wanted to make sure everyone's okay. I can tell from the look on all of your faces, Kalis has told you the news, and I'm also myself not really sure how to process that one for probably different reasons.
Probably gonna take all of his time, but our mission stays the same.
Yeah, it does, doesn't it? Anyway, when we get to Scarlitton, I am going to treat you all to a night on the town. We don't drink on the ship, so when we land, I like to catch up. Tinny knows that this means that Zentha will party way too hard when she does. Way too hard.
on Zentha.
And she's aware that if she had anything on board, she would not get anything done. So she has very strict boundaries for herself. And if she says she's going to treat you all for a night on the town, oh boy, get ready. But anyway, I have a lot of things to do. I literally will be within the same 500 feet of you for the next 2 days. So if you need anything, please come find me. I'm sure I'll have things to talk about with most of you between now and then. But yeah. All right, Goris, let's do it. See, he, from up by the helm, nods and the ship begins to lift up into the air. And with that, you take to the skies, leaving behind Sand Throne and Volkar and Theron.
Eric
So-
looks over the. Oh.
you can do a thing.
Derek looks over the edge. That fucker, he's down there, someone with all of our shit.
Maybe he's already dead.
As he
Wouldn't that be horrible?
sees
No.
this small silhouette running across the desert with all of his shit.
But it's just his imagination.
It's just his
Your
imagination.
wallet just
He's
emerged.
so mad. In a fit of rage.
But with that, we begin our 2 days of travel, in which they will just be essentially downtime. And Tinny, because I suspect you're going to be the one who has maybe some projects or something to try and work on as you're flying, let's take big goals, if anyone has anything they want to do over the next 2 days, and then we will come back into like conversations and specific scenes. So, Tinny, if you
Okay.
already know, what are you trying to throw together on the ship?
Yeah, I'm gonna forgo. Well, no, I'll still do that, but they'll do. I still want to make that circlet that I told you about. For that's got like a bit of other stuff, bit of disguise stuff in it. For yeah, and it's going to have like a. Well, I'll describe it if I can manage to make it.
Sure. So you want to do that, and was there anything else you also wanted to do on the trip, or just this for now? Actually, let's take a roll on that first and see
Okay.
how you do with it, because you might not even have time to
Yeah,
do this.
it might take me more time, right?
Yeah, and again, a lot of your stuff was pretty recently destroyed.
Right.
So give me your Tinker check. I guess would probably be intelligence for you, plus all your other shit
Yeah.
you get.
Yeah.
And everyone has an
Straight
inspiration.
roll. Oh, that's right. Straight roll, right?
Yeah.
Okay, it's not bad. It's not great.
Forget about your D8.
That is a 22, and I'll use my flash of genius to make it a 26.
Yeah, complete failure. Doesn't work. At least that's what you think Kalis might tell you when you spend. It is going to be, like, it'll essentially be ready, like, right before you arrive. So you'll be working on that in the background of all of this. So think of all your details. We'll have the reveal then. I'll probably forget about it, so that's on you to chime in, because, yeah. Cool. Anything else anyone wants to do? I know you're not really the most tinkery sort of group otherwise, but...
Well, I'm just... after we have that conversation, I'm just sitting in my room, just waiting for Milo. Like a teacher... Like a teacher who's kind of waiting for a student that they told us, like, yeah, you need to visit me after class, and then it's just...
Detention, and they're just, like,
Give
hanging
that
out.
call to the principal's office.
Cool. Yeah, we can come back to if and how that conversation happens. I want if anyone has any like project, like I don't know if Derek was gonna like give me scroll stuff or anything, that would be the time to
Yes,
tackle
I
that.
use the last of my scroll gold to get 2 more scrolls of bless.
Okay. Cool. Are you sure you don't want to make one of God damn it, Volkar, give me my stuff back? I grew up as a capitalist and now you've stolen from me? No.
Hey, no, you don't steal shit from the caravan. It's a
Yeah.
one-way ticket out.
Volkar's about to end up next to Coulson on this hit list.
Oh yeah.
He's gonna be swimming with the fishes.
And then while Derek is like writing down his scroll, it's like, Jenny took the other blast scroll too.
Cool. So over the next 2 days, you can certainly get those 2 done. And is it various conversation time? Cool.
I believe.
Mm-hmm.
So Kalis, sitting awkwardly in your room waiting. 2 questions. A, does Milo arrive at any point?
It's important.
Literally across the hallway from his room. Does he arrive?
The answer is no. I'm literally gonna be sitting right in front of my door waiting for Kalis to come. And it's gonna be, I'm literally just gonna be throwing like daggers at the door waiting for him to come to see if he'll open it, and we'll go from there. So we'll play. Milo, I think, is just gonna play a waiting game.
Fun little side thing before we get to that. One of my closest friends moved in with me and my family years ago, and day one, my mother set the rule for him that he is not allowed to throw knives in the house. He likes knives, he likes weapons, he has a big collection, and she was mostly kidding. However, the next day, he gets a new shipment of throwing knives that he had already ordered from before, and he threw one into the ceiling, and I walk in the room and I'm like, what is wrong with you? Don't do that. So he turns and goes to throw it at the door, okay? And as he throws it, my mom opens the door.
Oh no.
And it is about a quarter second from hitting my mom directly in the fucking eye. Instead, she opens the door and is like, hey, can you guys help me take the trash out? And we're both like, yes, absolutely, anything you need. She closes the door and I just start beating the shit out of him. Like, what the fuck? You just killed my mom. So,
oh my god.
Yeah, anyway, I tell everyone that story because it's ridiculous, and he's still one of my best friends. He felt horrible about it, and he never threw a knife in that house again. He learned his lesson. But yeah, one of my best friends almost murdered my mother with a throwing knife. And my favorite part about the story is that you have this wall is the door to the room, and then right here is the closet door. Throw it at the closet, because if there's someone in my closet while I'm moving into my house, I want you to hit them with a knife.
Yeah.
Not my mother.
Useful.
But anyway, there's that story. That reminded me of that. And so there's Milo sitting there, waiting, throwing daggers at the door from probably close enough away that he can pull them out without having to stand up, I imagine. And Kalis, how long do you wait?
An hour.
1 hour.
And Tinny, go talk to Milo first.
Sure. Yeah.
Can we?
Well, I imagine here just like thunking into
Yes.
the door, right?
You certainly do.
Just knock on it. Milo, are you in there?
Before we have this conversation, I have to go move my car real quick. I'm sorry.
Oh my god.
You're good.
Wait,
You
I'll
do
be
your thing.
right back.
Do your thing. You're good. And in typical Milo fashion, he doesn't say anything. That's
He
hilarious.
doesn't open the door. He doesn't respond.
Yeah, doesn't say anything.
Guess I'll go talk to Quilly.
Sure, let's take it. They are next door.
Oh, hey Quilly, you're still not able to move, huh?
Not really.
Well, I don't know if this would help, but I take out like a vial of medicine to my previously glowy medicine thing. I actually don't really need this anymore. So maybe I don't know if it would help you or, make you a little hardier to fight off this. But maybe you could take it and see.
I mean, I'm sure it couldn't hurt. Thank you. How are you feeling? I've been kind of unconscious since the cave, so
Yeah, I've actually been really good. That's the tear that we were able to get. It got the thing. It wasn't a disease. It was like a really long worm thing. It was pretty gross, actually.
that was inside of you.
Yeah, that's why I was feeling nauseous all the time, I think.
That's so strange.
It was,
So
yeah, I don't know what it was doing. Like, would it have eaten me? Would it have, like, burst out of it? Ugh,
probably nothing good.
no. So,
And so, do you think that's what's causing everything back where your home is?
I think so. And that's what's worrying me, because I was only sick for a few days, really, and they've been sick for months and months.
Yeah. Well, you could keep the chair, surely. Bring that back to your home. Xyphis is what it was called.
Yeah, Xyphis.
I hope it'll help your family. It's truly terrible what's happening there. I hope it gets better.
So too. I hope
I
so
do.
too.
Want to help in any way I can, so I hope our paths will cross again. I have a feeling they will.
Me too. Yeah. And I should really say this to everybody, but thank you, for going in there and fighting those monsters and helping me.
Of course. I'll fight monsters for you any day.
You rest up. Do you need anything? If you need anything, just yell and I will bring it to you.
Noted. Thank you.
Okay. Feel better.
What does the liquid look like again?
I think
Not
it's like
very appetizing.
yeah. Like, I've seen Tinny take it before or drink it before, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, I am in this moment forgetting exactly how I described it. I have it written down somewhere, but it looks like medicine.
I think Quilly's just gonna plug her nose and down it.
Cool. It's not as bad as you expected, but it's just kind of weird in different ways. As our music tries to figure out what to do again. Okay. Over the next few minutes, you feel that kind of lingering warmth that you've had almost seems to come to meet whatever effect this medicine seems to have, and you can actually almost feel this little tingling occasionally spreading through your body. And we'll find out. You didn't vomit or die or anything, so that's a good sign.
Yeah, that's always a good sign.
Cool. And now Tinny knocks on Milo's door.
Yeah, now I could go knock on Violet's door. Are you in there? Can I come in?
You're not the voice I was expecting, but sure.
Does that mean I can't? Okay. I'll come in. Why are there holes
Throws a
in your
dagger at
door?
You. Yes.
Okay. How are you feeling?
I don't know. 2 people gone. I don't know. We'll see.
Well, I wanted to, maybe apologize, because I think back there when I turned into a blood zombie, I might have thrown some acid on you, and that might have, killed you or something.
You'll be fine. We're fine.
Really?
Alive. You're alive.
Yeah.
I mean, people are alive, but it's neither here nor there, I guess.
Really?
Yeah.
You're just totally cool with it? I mean, I would never do that, in my right mind, of course, but...
Yeah, like I said, no harm, no foul, for the most part, right?
But it was harm.
We're up here, like I said, so...
Okay. Well, that was a lot easier than I expected. So,
Was that it?
okay.
Okay.
Kind of. But I guess I also wanted to ask, how do you feel when you get into those kinds of monster fights? I didn't see you for a lot of the battle, maybe, but you don't really seem like a, like a Kalis and Quile, and they're very like front of the lines. I'm going to go kill this thing.
I'm not gonna lie. I get a rush, but not like what people think where, the adrenaline's pumping, they're doing this, they're doing that, everything's going on. It's kind of that rush like, man, I honestly might just die here. And low-key, it's kind of addicting.
Wait, so you like being close to, like, about to what?
I really don't know how to explain it. I don't actively, go out to die, but, it kind of just happens.
You don't want it to happen, right?
I mean, I don't know.
Like, do you want to be, like, tougher so it maybe doesn't happen and you can, fight more freely?
Well, you see, like I said, that, almost being on that brink of death is kind of appealing. The 3 or 4 times it's happened now, so...
You realize you actually died yesterday.
Yeah, but I'm here now, so I mean... Potato.
You're very confusing.
Yeah.
Okay. No, yeah, I don't really get it.
I don't get it either, but like I said.
Okay. Well, if you need anything, let me know. Weren't you going to go talk to Kalis?
Oh no, Kalis was gonna talk to me. Come talk.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Just got out then.
As she leaves, I'm gonna open the door, and that's when I make my way over.
Sorry, I'm
And I
crying
kinda-
right now. I'm crying so hard. Oh my god, the most Milo ever speaks, and we find out he is...
He's a.
Oh
He
my
has
god.
He's a masochist.
Apparently, I understand everything now. Oh my god.
It all makes so much sense.
Woo, playing the long game on that. Holy shit. What the fuck?
But
Okay.
No,
Proceed.
I'll open the door. Oh.
Right, your turn.
No,
And
I
he's
say
just wearing
like,
this
no,
big ass red bandana on his
Yeah.
head. That's tied around
no,
his forehead.
so I just see like Tinny is just like he kind of like freezes. He'll blush a bit, and then he'll go back in the door, and then we'll shut it.
Oh, okay.
I didn't let you in.
No, not in your.
His
He
room,
went
his
back in
room.
his. Yeah, he went back in his own room.
I was like,
Does Tinny leave, or do you just stand there awkwardly waiting?
Wait, I'm so confused. Was this in front
So-
of Milo's?
So they're across the hallway.
Oh,
So you walk
okay.
out Milo's as Kalis is opening the door. He blushes and shuts the door right in your face and says nothing.
Kalis?
Yeah.
Are you okay? I'm done talking
Yeah.
to Milo if you want
No,
to.
yeah. No, it's okay. I'll talk to him later. Yeah. I'm all
Okay.
good.
Okay, you sound a little weird.
I'm just congested.
Okay. And I'll go back to my room and continue my tinkering.
As her dainty little footsteps head down the hallway, Kalis is in the
Yep, down
clear.
the hall.
I'm sorry, the whole time all I was thinking was just, Kalis, why are there holes in your door? And I'm so sorry. It's just... Anyway.
Yeah, and then I'll proceed to go and I'll knock on Milo's door. So, are you in there? Because you're not coming to my room, apparently, so I have to come to yours, and this makes me feel very much... You know... Can I come in?
I'm gonna wait, like, a solid, like, minute, 2 minutes, and continue to throw the daggers at the door, see if he's gonna wait for anything, if he's gonna open the door himself.
Yeah, fuck it. Like, half a minute goes by, I open the door. I'm not waiting.
Alright, here's what we're gonna do.
Is the net fire at Kalis?
Yeah,
Nice,
I was hoping for the
nice.
net, but the knife works too. It's actually arguably more insulting because it's, a bladed weapon. I'm gonna make one roll for Kalis, and I'm gonna make one roll for Milo, and I'm not gonna tell you what I'm doing exactly with it, but we're gonna find out what happens with this.
Wait.
Oh.
I also wanted to make it so that when he did try to open it, like...
Are you
How-
booby-trapping the door? Like...
hit him with a knife, but definitely with the butt of the knife.
Okay,
So,
fair. That works, and it's in accordance with what I rolled. So, Kalis, you ask, and the door is knocking back at you. Like, it's not like he's knocking on it, but there's some noise inside. So you know he's fucking in there, and he just talked to Tinny. Yeah. And you push the door open, and as you do, just right in the dick, you take the handle of a dagger, just boom, nails you.
Fuck!
Because he's halfling height.
Derek peeks his head out of the door. Hey, all right?
He's like a
quiet.
contestant.
Yeah.
You gonna go talk to Milo?
Yeah.
Need help?
Oh.
Need help.
And I'll just waddle inside.
Okay. Let's go back to the scrolls.
I'll shut the door behind me.
And that's when a natural 20 from Milo gets him. To a 4 of Kalis.
Can we talk?
welcome to my humble abode,
Okay.
as of right now.
Yeah, we need to talk.
Talking.
No, trust me. I realize how much blame we seem to place on you for having to come down here. And now that the two of them are gone, I need to tell you that it's just the 5 of us now. The 4 of us if you don't include Tinny. And I'm trying to if I'm trying to get him to look me in the eye. If he isn't looking me in the eye and he's just he's doing his Milo thing and avoiding eye contact and being aloof. But I'm trying to get him to look me in the eye.
I will say, if you want to push it, you can either, I will let this be a persuasion or an intimidation, or if you just want to let it be Milo doing his thing.
This is gonna be a persuasion, because this is gonna. I'm not trying to. This is just trying to be
Sure.
It's a 24.
Okay, I was just gonna say I don't know what DC to make this, but I think a 24 is pretty good. Milo, in this moment, you were just talking about how being scared of dying is maybe sort of an exciting thing in some way, and then you just hit someone 2.5 times your size with a dagger, and now he's threateningly talking to you, and for some reason, you actually find yourself sort of paying attention to him.
This wasn't supposed to be threatening. This is a persuasion. I'm not trying to be
I'm
threatening
aware.
here.
However, think of Milo's mindset right now.
I guess.
We just learned intimidation is more of a persuasion for him, so this is
that's
how
fair.
Milo's little halfling self is interpreting this right now. But he's looking at you, somewhat.
We have to stick together here. It's just us. There's no one else. No one else to save our asses. No one else to come get each other when, one of us goes down in a fight. We need you, right? I know it's not your thing. You probably weren't raised a soldier or whatever. That's just my guess. But we need something. You have that, and I'll point to the sword, the short sword, wherever it is. You have that. And to be honest, I think you could, use that as well, and I'll point to the crossbow. But we need you. Okay? Peace?
He's just gonna like head nod and like.
No. Be straight with me. No more joker, no more comedian. I need the straight answer. And can I roll for that to try to get him to give me a straight answer?
This is an interesting thing. I would say let's have perception versus deception, as that's the closest thing I can think of to how Milo's trying to handle this. So let's get persuasion Kalis and deception from Milo.
Okay, yeah, I rolled a 12. Funny enough.
It's okay. I rolled 11, so
Yeah.
we're good.
Oh shit! It seems Kalis is maybe got the upper hand in this social encounter right now. Just by a little bit.
Milo kind of just takes a deep breath. I'm here. That's all I'll give you.
Do you want to be? We just had 2 members leave. Did you want to make room for a third, I guess? I need something out of you.
Milo's still kind of just looking around the room, thinking about it, and goes back to sitting down.
Knowing that he's not gonna get an answer right now, goes for the go for the door. And as I open it, I'll turn back and just say, "You have a chance here. Do what you think is right. And if what you think is right is to leave us to our own devices and then have us fail because you could help, let it be that. But I'm gonna speak from the heart here. I like you, Milo. I think you're funny. Okay? I'm pretty sure the others do too. Maybe slightly annoying at times, but that comes with the territory. So I just beg you to make a decision, and then I'll leave."
Okay. Does anyone else have anything to say on our first day of travel?
The first day.
Not on the
Go talk
first
to
day. it
Zentha
says.
if no one else has anything. Just talk to Zentha real quick.
We could do the prayer shit any day if it's gonna take a couple days.
Tonight's probably the best time for that, or
Tonight?
cause yeah, it's not like you'll be arriving tomorrow evening,
Okay.
but you guys can do it whenever, honestly. But yeah, you won't have like 2 full nights in the air, so let that inform your decision. But yes, Tinny, you can certainly talk to Zentha.
She like still very frenetic and overworked looking.
Yeah. Incredibly. She's not in her quarters right now. She's actually sitting up above deck, just kind of like leaning, I guess not standing, but just like leaned over the edge, just like head kind of drooped, hair just going fucking crazy in the wind, just like staring down into the void below her.
Okay. I'll just approach and hand her like a mug of like hot chocolate.
She kind of starts for a second. As she looks up, her hair just like gets all on her face and shit. She just kind of to fight it off for a second, steps back. Oh, for me?
Yeah.
Thank you.
You look very
Don't
I mean,
just
you hide
don't.
it well,
It's,
but
I know. I've seen myself.
there's a lot going on, huh?
Yeah, I mean, you know. Yeah, there's a lot. Sorry, I'm not trying to be short. I don't know how to speak right now.
No, it's okay.
How are you feeling? I mean, you yesterday just vomited out a 10-inch slug.
Yeah, that was a surprise. I feel a lot better with it. You know, not eating me. But where is that? Anyway, like, what happened
That
to
is,
it?
we have it secured. That's all I'm gonna say on that. I don't like it. I don't trust it. I don't like that it is where it is for now. But it has to be there, and it should be safe.
Okay.
We are going to absolutely study the unbelievable hell out of that thing as soon as we can. And I imagine, I don't know if it's weirder to say that I hope or that I hope not, but I hope that we will find similar things in everyone else, because that would keep things a little simpler.
Yeah, but that's sort of my worry too, because there's going to be a lot of them. Like, what are we?
I can't stop thinking about how horrible it's probably going to be myself, to be honest. I mean, I literally, I didn't sleep. I'm right there with you. Yeah.
After we get to Scarlitton, then. I mean, I have to go home at some point, don't I?
Yeah, well, I mean, the plan is we have to drop them off. And when they tell me to come back and get them, I have to take them to the pits, but I'm gonna drop them off and we're gonna be back in Xyphis immediately. I mean, immediately. After, you know, we get shit-faced and try to forget about everything that's happened in the last 90 days.
Yeah.
Then we'll be back in Xyphis, and we will hopefully heal someone.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
Do you think that tier has enough magic in it for everyone?
I don't know. I mean, honestly, all the details I was given was that the Ever tier itself is gone, and this is something new, and I imagine that means it came from the Everlight, and so it's got to be quite powerful, but I don't know. There's no frame of reference for this, and I mean, you know how the fucking gods are, you know?
Not really, but
Exactly.
I can imagine.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no one. I don't even think they know. So, I don't know. I hope so. I really hope so, because, I mean, who knows how many more people might be sick now? I mean, we've been gone for months.
Yeah, we've been gone a long time. It could have spread. It could have. You don't think that, you know, the parasite, you know, grew up in anybody? Do you? When we were gone?
As you say that, you just see this look of just like abject disgust and horror come across her face for a second.
What?
I didn't even think about that.
We don't know what happens when.
Oh, man.
Oh man.
And she just, like, slumps down, sitting, just, like, leaning up against the side of the
No.
ship.
I'm sorry. I didn't come to make you feel worse. I have a lot on my mind too.
You're not making me feel worse. I know this isn't gonna help, but I cannot possibly feel worse right now. Thank you for the drink. I'm sorry you have a lot to think about as well, and I'm sorry I can't really do anything about it.
You've already done so much. Now, like, get down and give her a hug.
And as you do, she just begins just openly weeping against you. Is there anything else you wish to say, or do we leave it off there, the two of you?
That's all.
Okay. Day 1 passes. Tinny does some tinkering. Derek does some writing. We learn a lot about Milo, apparently. And night comes to you all.
Too much about my
If there's anything you want to do overnight, let me know. But if not, you will sleep.
Do I still have the little the gear from Tinny?
Or
Or did that wear
Oh, it doesn't
Okay.
last
It only
too
lasts
long.
for an hour.
Then I'm gonna just chuck a book at whatever shared wall Kayla's and I have, and I was like, "That's it, I can't walk.
Huh?
I can't walk."
Kayla's, give me a perception check. Just because it's funny.
19.
19! Dipshit, she can't walk!
Oh. Okay. I'll kind of climb out of bed and then I'll walk over to
Hear a message from Derek. Dipshit, she can't walk. Girl,
and
reply
I'll
to this
knock.
message.
I'll knock. I'll knock on the door. The response to the message is, "Fuck you, man." And I'll knock on the door.
I'm in.
Yeah. Okay. Come in. I'll shut the door behind me. Yeah. You can't walk?
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Can you help me with my?
Oh yeah, the prayer thing.
Are you okay?
Yeah. Sorry, I was just thinking about something.
Yeah.
Is
Is this just a bold fashion choice? What you're doing up there?
I'll say at that very moment, just a little tiny bit of blood makes itself visible just from the corner.
Unfortunately not. I wish it were. But on to more pressing matters as to you and your faith.
We'll get back to that. I don't
Yeah.
think you've gotten out of this talk.
I have too many talks lately, so
But
I
yeah.
guess I've been sucked into one more. But first things first, I have to ask a few questions. What exactly do you want to do with relation to Saturn Ray?
No religion per se, but I at least I want to tell her thank you.
You might not be asking the right person for this because I don't often talk to my own god,
Well,
but I guess I'm the best you have right now.
option 2 is kind of MIA at the moment.
Yeah, he's kind of left us. But I used to pray to Bahamut, and when I did, this is gonna sound absolutely deranged, but I used to sit in the corner, facing the corner. Hear me out. Facing the corner, I shut my eyes. I was sitting there, and I would, no word of a lie, I would just put my head into the corner, and I would just think. I would think about what I wanted to say, and then put those thoughts into whatever ether there is, hoping that they'd be caught by my lovely god.
You're right, that
Well-
is bad.
Yeah. It's not for everyone. That's just the way that I used to do it.
Well, I can't really move out of my bed, so I guess I'm just gonna kind of just shuffle.
You can just do that here, on the bed.
All right.
But just, how about this? Just follow my voice. Just close your eyes. Yeah. Relax your entire being, not just your physical body, but whatever feeling as to whatever spiritual body you have.
All right. And then she's gonna like open her eyes, like slightly kind of cheating because she did write something down.
Okay.
And then she is gonna read it out loud.
No. Before she even like starts talking, it's like, this isn't. I'm not supposed to hear this.
Why not?
This is. You're supposed to say this in your head.
Fine.
Again. This is less so of a you're not saying this. You're kind of exuding this out into whatever plane your god or whatever god you want to speak to is in.
All right, then I'll remain silent and try to project myself. She looks very like kind of like uncomfortable while trying to do it. Like
give
her
me
face is moving a lot.
Give me a wisdom check.
Wisdom check. Use my Yasha dice. What's my wisdom? Okay, 16.
16. As you begin to have your internal monologue, it feels less weird than you thought it would. You heard Kalis's description, and it just sounded like a dejected child in timeout, but as you start, you kind of get it a little bit. And I don't know if you want to
Yeah,
read it for us to hear or not, but you are certainly welcome to.
I will. In her mind, she's going, "Hello, Everlight, Simon Ray. Ray, can I call you Ray? No, we're not that close yet. I don't know if you could even hear this, but I wanted to say thank you for coming to our aid. Surely you didn't have to, and it looked like it was quite difficult to. I wanted you to know that I meant what I said. That I would do anything so that my friends may live. And so now I find myself indebted to you. That sounds awfully contractual and legal. What I mean is, you saved their lives. So I will give you mine. I have been lost for so long. And when I finally felt a little bit less lost, I was chased, hunted out of the only place I knew as home. So you could say my faith in the good of humanity isn't that high, couldn't be much lower. But it took a girl under a willow tree in a cemetery and a few random buffoons offering a job to save some kids for me to realize that maybe there were just a few who deserved to be protected. Like I said before, they have much to accomplish, and I believe that most of them will go on to do extraordinary things. And I only hope to protect them on their journeys. As far as what I want, I'm still kind of figuring that out. I know I want to help Tinny's family, and my previous home, wherever that may be, there was something terrible happening, and it may still be. And then there's the whole business with Loth and the Siren Girl. We have got some things to chat about, if you could even hear this. Anyways, I guess what I want is to right the wrongs in this world. And I think you want the same. And I don't know, I'd like to think that maybe you trust me with your power for a reason, and not because I was literally the only one still breathing. But I promised to be true to my word, and I would be honored to be your sword. Or axe, more rather. Anyways, the end. Sincerely, Quilly. Amen. How do you end these things? And then she's gonna open her eye.
Kalis, you're still present. You see, after a few minutes of Quilly sitting there and kind of facially reacting as if she's actually having a conversation at certain moments, you start to see kind of I almost said tips, but her hair is very frizzy and curly, so more like the outskirts of her hair just begins to smolder a little bit. And there's just a little bit of this kind of orangish light that comes off of it. Just the littlest flame. Remains for a few minutes. It doesn't grow. Her hair is not actually burning. It doesn't smell like it. It actually smells very welcoming, almost like Lulu's fireplace or something. And after a few minutes of that, it just kind of stops. About 30 or 40 seconds later, I assume, Quilly, do you open your eyes when you're done, or do you...
She'll just open one eye. Is it done? Did something happen? I don't really know how to end it. It's kind of abrupt. I don't know.
Yeah, just gives a light smile. I think you're good.
Yeah.
You're a natural.
I say that. My opinions of the gods before all of this happened were that people had too much blind faith in them. Not in their existence, but in their wanting to help people, and I don't know, I got a different vibe from this one.
Well, that's the good thing about gods. You only really need one.
Yeah. Fair enough.
You guys are overrated.
I'm not gonna let it become my whole personality.
Sure.
That's a... I couldn't tell if that was a little punch at our little friend who left, but...
The both of you, kind of.
That was funny. That was a funny one. But hopefully you can sleep well after that. Because I am planning on
Yeah.
passing.
You can sleep. Go to bed. You look like shit.
That wasn't very nice.
Drop of blood on his face.
You should get that checked out. It could probably get infected. And what is it, by the way? You didn't really elaborate on that part.
I got marked by Grumsh.
Oh. And how did that happen?
I may have sworn individual eternal revenge on the one-eyed god Grumsh. May not have been the smartest idea, but I'll be perfectly honest. He really did not make a good impression on myself. He really pissed me the fuck off, okay?
I almost thought you did something stupid for no good reason. We'll get it figured out. We always do.
We always do.
Good night.
Good night. No, leave.
Okay. Beautiful. That was lovely. I think that now is a decent point to take our break. And when we come back, we can have kind of a condensed little day 2. And then we'll finally arrive at Scarlitton. So, we'll be back. And we're back. Sorry, my headphone volume knob is like old and it just keeps sliding itself down consistently as I'm doing anything, so I keep having to turn it back up. Anyway, yes, we are back. And Quilly, You wake up the next morning, and you are down to 2 points of exhaustion. You awaken and you feel warm and kind of tingly and refreshed. And like you can move on your own.
Oh my god.
And like there's maybe some beautiful, brilliant, flame-haired goddess smiling down upon you.
I see her?
No, you just feel like it.
Oh.
What you see
thought
is the ship above you. Maybe you think you see it as the first bits of light find their way into your retinas, but day 2. I'm sure there's a lot of stuff people want to talk about, but I'm sure it's all going to come out when you're all drunk. So day 2 consists of Gideon actually comes down, sees that everyone's feeling a little bit better, and offers to start teaching people how to use the Brimstone jetpacks. Because they're fun as shit. And half of you already fucking fly anyway, so, like, you know, you kind of have an advantage with that. So I'm not gonna... He's actually an excellent teacher. Very, very skilled craftsman as well. You can see all the repair work that he's been doing. And so anyone who wants to try flying, you certainly can do so throughout the day. And the jetpacks are really smooth. It's actually... Those of you who have flown with wings before, it's weird at first getting used to that. Not so much Quilly's, I guess. Because they're
I think she still has
closer
to,
to it in build, and she's also not used to it. But if Kayla's were to, it would be a very different type of flight. But that happens. Probably some other stuff, but let's get to the city. So, coming into evening, you start hearing calls from the crew that the city is near. And all of you except Eric, who has been here before, look out and see the ocean and like some ships kind of around the bay and some ground and stuff. And there's no city. So that's weird. And the ship, over the next few minutes, begins to descend, kind of go a little bit to the south and start looping around, and you see coming from the north side, almost appearing out of the air, are 2 other ships that just already flying, and they just take off, heading north. And as you creep closer to the Osmond Sea, you finally see the edges of what looks like a colossal seashell. Clearly not natural. Very obviously arcanely made, as you can see little glowing bits and almost veins of arcane energy running through it. And as you look underneath it, there are 7 other shells, almost like nesting dolls. And the smallest of which is closest to the shore, and they get bigger as they go in. And Derek would know this is actually how the districts of the city are separated. And each of the shells, whenever the city starts to expand too much, they have to build a bigger one over it. And it is so incredibly cloaked that unless you are looking directly at it from the ocean, you cannot see it. It is completely invisible. And then as soon as you come around just far enough to see it, there is this vibrant, brightly colored metropolis of a city. Now, Vasselheim is technically larger and has almost an extra like 30%, 35% of the population that's here. But this place looks bustling. There are hundreds of ships that are docked all along the bay. There are plenty that are moving. You see a few dozen that seem to just be anchored and just watching. That they have flags, large scarlet red flags that have just a pearl in the center of it. And this is a crazy ass city. For Derek, you're like, yeah, whatever. It's a tourist trap. I've been here before. But everyone else, even if you might have heard about it, this place is crazy to look at. And
I think for the first time, Quilly's like on the edge of the ship, just looking out.
Awesome.
Same as Milo, and he's kind of like just like right behind Quilly, but like he's just like staring at every single thing that passes by.
And it's crazy. You're still a little bit out at this point, but as you look, you can see right on the coast is this sort of raised platform as Derek summons a whole bunch of I just got the spell. What the fuck is it? Help me.
Spiritual weapon.
Spiritual weapon, that's the word. Anyway, those
Destroy the city!
Smite everything! No, you see right on the coast
Break
is
the
this sort
BBG.
of raised platform that is separated from the rest of the city and kind of cut off from the rest of it by the smallest shell that's there. And you can see even from this distance that every house there clearly belongs to someone with great wealth. And there are below it, kind of just off the coast, visible, standing taller than the ships, are essentially what would be giant arcane billboards. There's just a whole bunch of these crazy signs that are around, and on two of them in particular are way more obnoxious than the rest right now. One is this image of these two very, very handsome elven men. One is labeled Johnny Damsel, who Tinny might actually know of. Give me a history check.
Oh.
History.
Johnny Damsel.
Yep. Spelled in the worst possible way. Johnny is spelled Johony, by the way.
Oh,
So
I was making
let
a
that
check.
one sink in. Yes, Derek, you can too. What'd you get?
History 19.
19? Okay.
I forgot how to do math.
That's fine. I do it every roll.
18.
18. Both of you
I'm sorry,
immediately
19.
recognize. Still. Double 19s. You both recognize Johnny Damsel is a musician. And just to describe what he looks like, as you can see his entire visage displayed on this sign, he is a pale, kind of thin, a little bit more on the athletic side, but definitely thin, elven man with delicate features. He's got dark, swirling facial tattoos and/or makeup, hard to tell what's what. This super long black hair that hangs in various braids with golden beads and this matching circlet. He has about a dozen piercings in each ear. He's got one in each eyebrow, his lips, his nose. He's pierced the fuck up. He is shirtless, and he is wearing these knee-high black boots. He has fishnets, a quilted black skirt, and these fingerless white gloves. And he's just posed dramatically, and next to him on the sign is... let's see, with a 19... Derek would recognize him. Or at least would recognize the name, looking further at this. Next to him is this tan, muscular, kind of broad-shouldered elf. Very, very different from the one placed beside him. And he has this sort of dirty blonde, think Prince Charming from Shrek hair. He has kind of like the elven version of the handsome Squidward face, but in a slightly less exaggerated way. He's like, it's absurd how attractive this man is to probably most people. He is wearing an outfit made entirely from shades of green, mostly emerald. He's got this long tailcoat and a super high collar. He's 3/4 sleeves. This kind of Renaissance Scottish hat that has like an ornate headband, and then like all the fabric just kind of flops off to the side, but it's like perfectly positioned, and way too much jewelry. And he is labeled underneath him Elwyn Finday, which Derek would recognize the name, and Derek would know that he is an author, a storyteller of sorts, who has been growing in popularity around all of the big cities in the last couple of years. And underneath it, it says, The Prime Lie, Who's Watching the Watchers? Live show with music, Thunshir 10 at the Sphinx. And next to that is another sign that just shows this half-orc man, probably in his early 50s, used to be in really good shape, but he's kind of starting to lose it now. This hilariously over-the-top pirate outfit, almost like a Halloween costume. And he stands half smiling, kind of half snarling with this ridiculous fucking cutlass in one hand and a big-ass pistol in the other. And he makes Goris look like a fucking legend, to be honest. And underneath it just says, "So, you want to be a pirate? Come visit our first ever establishment in Tourist Town and learn to be the next scourge of the Osmond Sea." And there are people
bringing a tourist town, really?
everywhere. And yes, so you want to be a pirate? Tourist Town. Derek probably fucking hates Tourist Town.
Yes, it's like every tourist trap you could possibly imagine. It's there. And it has no reason to be there. It's just there.
It's just happened. No one understands it, but it makes a shit ton of money. And as the ship begins to approach, actually one of the upper shells are still kind of high up, you start to see between the 6th and 7th shells, first being the smallest, 8th being the tallest. Between the 6th and 7th, you see a fairly large skyport. It's much smaller than the actual port because it is fucking massive. Like, you've never imagined a port being this big and this weirdly well organized from what you can tell. It's huge. But the skyport, smaller but still pretty big. And you essentially have to, like, you know, when you're on the airplane and you're trying to land, but, like, there's just too much shit going on, and so you just kind of do a couple laps for a few minutes. You kind of have to do that as you see 3 or 4 other ships find their way out much larger, and eventually Goris and the crew begin to bring the ship down. And they go about all the paperwork and all the blah blah stuff, and you're probably all looking out over at this weird, cool, shimmery, like, top of the shell, which is actually really, like, flattened out for where the skyport is, and there's this giant fucking arcane lifts just everywhere that just go down all parts of the city. And again, I'll reiterate, Vasselheim, technically, quite a bit larger than this place. Does not feel like it. It is already, even from up here, it is much louder. There are so many more colors and smells, and it doesn't smell like fishy ocean, like if Derek would know, Fletcher's Eye just smells like a fisher town. It just smells like all of the best parts of the ocean because they are magically, you know, doing that. And
Derek's just looking over the side and just saying out loud, Scarlitton had one gimmick and made it into a city.
Literally. It's literally that. That sums up the city. But you can all form your own opinions on it as we go, despite Derek's the sour taste it leaves in his mouth.
Quilly's falling for every tourist trap. She sees.
Really?
Cool. Yeah.
I'm taking all of the flyers.
They're not here. We're not in Tourist Town quite yet, but and Tinny, being from Xyphis, like, this is so much different. This is
so cool, you guys.
And as the I guess it's technically the gangplank, is officially set down for all of you to start leaving. Zentha's kind of standing up there with all of you and goes, "Yes, this is Scarlitton. Some of the nicest things you will ever find here, and all of the worst, gaudy, horrible things you could ever find are here. I love this place. It's amazing for like 3 or 4 days, and then, goodness, get me out of here for a few years. But I haven't been here in a long time, so I'm very excited. And that's... What the fuck? Josh. What the fuck is she suddenly now reacting to?
That quick?
That's right. Pirate seminar.
You guys are on the platform right now, right?
They're like just about to get off the ship. They're like just walking off.
As like they're exiting the ship, they see about 5 versions of the exact same person walking towards them. Like, they're 5, they're wearing... It's not flashy as you would expect from the Pirate City, from Pirate Vegas.
Mm-hmm.
This is someone who works for a living. And it's weird because there's 4 of him walking towards all of them.
And what precisely does he look like? What's this figure?
This is a tall, blue, skinny tiefling. He is very lithe, but he's got a a black goatee. His horns are tucked into, but you can see them poking out from behind. But he's wearing a tricorn hat. He's got a long captain's coat over a white shirt. There's a cutlass on his. There's a big bandolier across his chest. There's with a cutlass and what looks to be a flintlock stuck in his belt. And again, there are 4 of them walking towards all of you.
And by walking towards, specifically, sort of like coming around from the bottom of underneath the gangplank and like looping back toward it. And so Zentha, as she's talking, just sees him kind of appear from underneath it, which is not a place someone should be on a docking airship. But instead it's 4 of them that just approach, and she just kind of like looks at you confused. Do you say anything as you're walking?
I have to say, you are the absolute loudest bunch of people I have ever had the displeasure of traveling with. I must say, I have expected most of you. I've been sitting in the galley for 2 days. Do you people not come in for a drink or anything? Also, we need to talk. There is no rum on this barge, and we need to have, and that needs to be that needs to be solved.
No. What the hell? What is this?
We have a stowaway.
Taurus.
Stowaway is a very loose term. I'm here for you, and I point to Kalis.
And
Zentha just looks.
Magic.
You want to dispel magic?
Subtle spell, dispel magic.
Fine.
Sure. What level's whatever spell you have up right now? I know it's not that high.
It's automatically 3.
Yeah, it's gone. It's
okay. So it's gone. Yep.
3 of them. The 3 like doubles. I was just trying to be a little dramatic. By the way, and I throw something very familiar at Quilly. An amulet. White Claw says hello.
White Claw. White Claw.
The crown
Oh,
sends his regards.
What's going on? Do you know this?
And as he says that, Zentha also simultaneously goes, "Fuck me." And she looks at Kalis and looks over Quilly. No. Don't tell me you've...
Not him.
Not...
But
you... God damn it! Who the fuck are you? She points at our new friend.
Of course, I have not introduced myself. That is very rude of me upon first meetings. Of course, Velifar Tapartos at your service. Gentleman pirate, privateer, actually, in the employ of the crown. That's all you need, and that's all you need to know, my dear. I am to finish helping you, and you are to help me. Is that clear?
hold the phone.
Griffin's
We
Bane?
have
First off, I gave the crown 2 months to give me this job. And he sends it in a week?
Do you really think he is that impatient of a man? That patient of a man?
Well, I thought we came to a mutual understanding early in our relationship, but I guess not. So, what was your name again? Valifar?
Valifar Tapatos, Etchos. Captain Valifar Tapatos.
Do you want me to say the whole
Nope.
thing, or
No.
shall I just call you
No.
Valifar?
No captain. Absolutely no captain. It stows away on a ship. Pathetic. Get off. Let's go. We're gonna walk and talk. I'm fucking sick of this thing. Goris, come on! She just yells back to the ship and then just starts walking
By the way,
off.
your room is very nice. I have to say that hammock that you set up
I will.
was beautiful.
I will. With no exaggeration. Kill you. If you continue
That's it.
speaking on this matter.
Promises, dear.
Yes.
I think you should.
Yes,
Mr.
promises. And I am in no fucking mood. I have to go drink immediately, and if you have business, you can bring it and you can drink with the business, but if you do anything, even the slightest bit fucking weird, I will fucking kill you! And she just storms off past you.
My God, I think I'm in love.
oh dear God.
Boy.
Now then, we finish your business, then we're going on to mine.
We're on a bit of a schedule here.
I'm sorry?
We're on a bit of a schedule.
Yes. I forget where that's my problem.
I forget what this is our problem.
Oh, no.
No,
It is very much your problem.
Sorry, Valafar. I can talk to my companion over here. And I'll kind of lean in. It's like, yeah, so here's the
I'm
thing.
this close to murdering him.
Do you remember when I had to talk to
as
the
I'm
crowd?
pushed away, I wink at Quilly.
Gross. I'm 19.
Do you remember when I had to talk to the crown to get information regarding Zylphine?
Yes.
This may or may not be the time in which he tries to collect on my favor.
Oh boy.
Quite the timing.
Well,
I asked for 2 months, and he gives us a week.
Jesus. Well,
It's okay. I never liked the man anyways.
yeah, it's hard to say when you expected more of someone. This is completely on brand for the crowd. So what, we're stuck with him? Does he have to come with us to do this museum shit?
I do. I can hear everything you're saying. I'm 2 steps away. I can hear everything you're saying. You're not very
I've got a high ass passive perception.
I have a
Super
very high.
down.
Okay.
He tossed you anyways.
Whatever. I think at this point, let's just go drinking,
Please.
and then we can get on to business. And then actually, sorry, in a very quick motion, Kalis just like throws a little piece of paper at like Tinny on the head, like just off the head.
Sure.
You know it's rude to
If you wanna-
throw things at girls.
Yeah.
Are you just like completely like inconsequential to how?
Oh. I have lost Josh audio mid-sentence.
At Tinny.
Sorry, I lost all audio halfway through Josh's sentence, and I heard nothing from anyone, so I don't know what just happened.
Something just happened. I don't know what happened. What were you saying?
I threw the paper that I threw at Tinny. What it says on it, if she cares to read it.
Well,
Can we talk? Preferably alone. ... If not, that's okay. ... It is what it is. ... If you don't want to talk, and you know it's going like on this. Like,
And at that moment, you all hear Zentha just call back, "Come on!"
we're coming.
yeah, I'm going.
Scarlitton. The only place I'll get drunk, so I just don't remember this place.
And
I don't know what you. I mean, I have heard stories about this place. It's supposed to be a pirate utopia, but this is not
tourist
what I
trap.
was. Oh my god! It's like walking into a gaudy version of home.
Where is home? I
From?
assume this was it.
Are you kidding? Sweetheart, I work for a living. This is whatever this is. It lost whatever it used to be a long time ago, from what I've seen.
Didn't even know
I
it had
come from-
anything to begin with.
If you want to keep your kneecaps, do not call me sweetheart again.
Orange-haired goddess. What do you want? What do you want me to do?
My name is Quilly.
Quilly, and I take Quilly's hand and I do like the
Do not.
Valifar at your service, my
I'm gonna
dear.
pull back his pinky.
You.
And
Don't
as she
like
does that, Zentha appears behind you with a knife at your fucking throat.
Oh,
I fucking meant it. I need a drink right goddamn now, and if you interfere with it one more time, I will kill you right here.
Let's get a drink.
Let's get a
I'll let
drink.
go.
Yeah.
Drink
So-
now.
She's
Rum.
19. 19. You hear that? 19. And I know you don't care, but I fucking do. And as she pulls it back, she just cuts you a little bit. She spits on the ground, grabs Quilly by one hand, Tinny by the other, and just walks off in front.
He's very protective. I should have warned you.
You watch as he licks it and then it puts it across and it cauterizes.
And with that, Zentha leads you all angrily. She's practically breaking Tinny's hand. She's squeezing it so hard for the first 25 minutes of walking. And she leads you all to a rather nice establishment known as the Velvet Star. And Derek, you probably haven't been here before. Partially it's a little expensive. It's also just too far in through. If you arrive at the coast, you have to go through all the shit you hate to get there. So the caravan usually stays at the closer spots to the sea. And I don't have any fancy shit written up for this. It's a nice place. However, I do have a Google document that is an entire menu. I did not handwrite this. There's a generator that I use. I'm not going to take credit for it. Ignore, some of them have comments underneath it this is probably undercooked. Ignore all that stuff. I couldn't make it stop doing that. But yeah, there's a way too long menu for you all. Sorry, the quality is a little blurry. I had to jump through some hoops to go through PDF to get it in there in a form that was reasonable. And as soon as you're in there, Zentha puts down entirely too much money to get you a fairly private thing off on the side and literally just tells you all, I don't care what it is you want, just fucking order it. Don't care. And she starts out by
travel
ordering
with you people more often.
some very heavy stuff. And Valafar, as you go to sit down with them, she goes, no, you're standing. You're standing. You're not a captain here.
You're right, I'm not. We're gonna change that, and hopefully before the end of our journey together.
Oh, I assure you, this journey will be very short. Yes. And she just knocks back a drink, knocks back a second one, waits about 10 seconds, knocks back a third one. Oh, God, I need to get drunk enough to forget this while it's happening. This is horrible.
I imagine she's a very skinny woman. So I'm like,
yes, she is a thin, very, very attractive elven woman. I guess I haven't described her in a while. So she has these super yellow-green eyes that are almost a little bit arcane seeming that just kind of hard to look at for too long. Physically, they kind of hurt you. She's just dauntingly pale, has these super exaggerated facial bones in an elegant elven kind of way, super fucking long ears, and at the moment she just looks tired and pissed off, which, some people might be more into that than otherwise, but yeah, she does not look like she would typically be drinking like this, but she is. And
Time to catch up.
Time to catch up, is that what you said?
Yeah.
So essentially, Zentha refuses to let any of you say anything remotely serious or about what the fuck just happened until you are all drunk. Now, if any of you don't drink, she's not going to force it on you, but anyone who's going to drink, you are going to drink much more than you usually would, because Zentha's wallet and her commanding presence, very, very hard to say no to.
Well, as you guys are all drinking, you might notice that Val has, from over his back, taken out a very fancy-looking lute that is this black dark wood that's covered in these sea ocean green lines that are curved. This is something that is he looks like he's a working pirate, but this is his one expense. and he's just strumming a little song, and you're seeing as he does so, things are changing around you. Like little things, it's turning, like the window goes from like a square to becoming almost circular, and then shifting back. A chair turns into a box, into a crate before shifting back. These are all like little, like reality can't choose where it is at the moment as he's playing.
Two things. A, performance check, please. And B, if any of you have ever played or seen I'm on observation duty, this is all I'm thinking of.
Okay, so performance, you said?
Yes, sir.
That was a 12 plus 6, so that is 18.
18. He's pretty damn good. The drinks certainly help a little bit. As none of you were really in the mood for music, maybe.
Well, it's not
minutes.
it's not like crazy. Like he's not like banging it. Like he's not doing a jaunty sheet chanty. He's playing something nice and good because he can still sense his audience a little bit.
That's fair.
He's bygone from his days working as a street bard, but he still knows a bit of his audience.
Got it. And it's a pretty nice addition, to be honest. And so now that all of you who are inclined to drink, a bit of time has passed. The alcohol has been flowing. There has been a lot of food. And Zentha seems to forget about the anger of hours past. And she actually looks up and sees that the window is visually changing from a square to a circle and back, and she's just like, "Oh, it's been a while, hasn't it?" And she leans over to Tinny, and she leans like real close to you and says, not as quiet as she thinks it is, and points very obviously at Kalis and goes, "Yeah, I mean he is pretty cute, so I don't blame you." What? I heard it all. It was so cute.
You're drunk.
Yeah.
You don't know what you're talking about.
And she just looks over at Kalis with these super intense eyes. What the fuck is he doing right now?
He's holding this wine, like this bottle of wine, and it's just like, invisible magpie, give Tinny, I mean,
sound it out, boy, sound it out.
Give what Strickman Quilly, what the fuck does it say?
Says beer.
And Zentha goes, "I will drink to that." And she's still just like leaning on Tinny right now. Just does another shot. No, but like seriously, I mean, come on. And like the whole thing and like it kind of works. It kind of works, right? It kind of works.
Okay, Zentha. Okay, just here, have another drink.
Derek is just tearing into a rabbit dish right now. It's like, oh my god, I fucking
and
love
everything
rabbit.
here, incredible, like so fucking good. You can't even comprehend how good it is. And at this point, Zentha finally looks up at Val and just goes, "Just fucking whatever, sit down next to him." Points over at Kalis.
Yeah.
Well,
No.
Next to me. Okay, come on, sit down.
now, my friends.
Yeah.
Well, as you seem to be incredibly inebriated, I will take this advantage to again introduce myself. I am Valifate Patos. I come on behalf of our mutual friend, the Crown,
As he says the crown, Kale's just immediately sobers up. He's like, "This is not
Now-
the place for business now."
This is very much the place for business because
You're
I
really
have.
bad at reading the room, man.
Well, I
And
was
Zentha
going
just holds a knife out towards you again. And I'm
Are we
drunk
doing
this
this
time.
again?
And we
It
agree
won't
to
be
no
clean.
knives when you're
It
drunk.
won't be clean. I promise you. It will still
Oy.
work though. No business.
Zentha,
Trying to take the
Talk.
knife.
Tell us here. How about this? How about this, Captain? And she just puts the knife into the table. Tell us some stories. All right. If you're such a great captain, what have you done?
Well, I have raided up and down the Osmiate coast for the past 10 years with my faithful crew. You notice, like, his right eye twitches, like, completely undisguised, repressed anger. I have raided on sugar, tobacco, various arcane intricacies. Those fucks in Avalier, you have no idea what they're getting up to. I mean, the shit that you can steal from one of their ships, my god.
So you're
Well, I'm also the guy who, though I will say this, my favorite thing was finding that fucking sausage pig on that island. What did she call it? Sweetie. There was this.
Wait, so you know Sweetie?
White Claws, Sweetie.
Who do you think gave it to her?
You gave a Sweetie?
You gave White Claw, sweetie.
I gave White Claw many creatures. How do you think I got so in good with her pops?
Oh, that makes
And
sense.
Zentha just looks at Tinny and just kind of like drunkenly shrugs and just like slides a drink over to you. It's just like,
It's a long
Sweetie
story.
is indescribable.
So all right. So you want a story? We were off the coast of Espanol. We had three.
Yeah, that's not a place. I mean, the rest of it, they seem to, unless you're all really good at improv and you let them have that last one. That's not a place. Come on, that's not a place. You tell us. Come on, you don't have any real stories.
All right.
Espanol.
Espanol. It's a
Is that
small
like
chain of islands. They're very hard. They're not
Who?
really on a map.
Who would live there? That's what language is that?
No one lives there. Nobody actually lives there. We were off the coast. We were not actually there. People go, they hunt, and then they leave. We didn't stay, but we were there. And all right, all right, let's get down to text. And he takes off his hat, puts it. About a week ago, we are off the coast of Xanthrun. We are docked. And we're put onto a very good prize. My first mate, Tico, decides share and share alike as usual. We are a pirate. We do not bow to the collective madness of a single person, but our own group madness instead.
But it's still collective madness.
Oh, completely
Yeah.
and totally. That's
Is that worse?
I mean, look at-
I think
Of
that's worse.
collective madness?
we are a collective madness. That is.
You say you don't listen to the collective
That's
madness.
This is like less of a story and more of a really confusing description of something that where are you going with this one?
Tico decided that she wanted to keep more of the treasure of our collective from offloading, and that I, who had been leading them for 5 years, I'd known her for 15, by the way.
Seems like you're digesting that well.
Oh, I'm fine. I'm very fine.
Can I make an insight check?
Disadvantage,
Can I
yeah.
roll this? I'm gonna. Can I roll this? Can I roll?
Roll deception. And you haven't really been drinking yet, so no disadvantage for you.
no,
yeah, she has not
yeah.
invited you to drink at this moment.
Insight?
Insight.
7.
I rolled an 8. I rolled an 8 in deception.
Fuck.
You see, as you say that, Zentha kind of squints at you for a little bit. All right, yeah, cool. And then what?
That's why I can. That's why you are right, my dear Zentha. I cannot call myself captain because the scurvy was, in fact, taken from me.
And
my beautiful rose.
And then you get on my ship.
No,
how
then
long were you on there?
So 3 days in the desert plus another 2. Then that giant kind of like kicked me in the face. I think I was on your ship for a totaling of 3 days. I mean, you people just left everything out and about. I mean, my God. I mean, no security. I literally just walked on.
Fair enough. There was a lot happening elsewhere.
And at that, I cast a self on myself. Does this guy ring a bell? Because he punched me and I turned into Volcar. Does this guy look familiar? Because he tried to punch me. So he's a pirate.
Wait, as I see this, can I take a swing?
Yeah.
Sure, drunk Kalis, you can take a swing. Yeah, disadvantage for sure on the unarmed strike.
Fucking does not matter. It's a natural 1.
There it is.
1. Who is sitting next to Kalis?
I am.
The other next to.
I am.
Because we would have. Okay, so
Zentha
put Valafar across. Across. Valafar is as far away from Quilly and Tinny. So Derek, you're sitting there listening to this. You see Volcar, and Kalis just punches you in the fucking mouth.
Volcar, why'd you punch me in the mouth? You stole my shit. I wanted that one, and you stole it. I was out of goodwill.
No, stop it. No fighting. Stop it.
Like
Get that off. Get that off.
He snaps his fingers and it goes away. I'm like, wow, you really hate this guy.
Yes.
Are you like on a quest for revenge or something? Because I can get behind that. I gotta say, I truly can get behind that.
No, he just left a bad taste in the mouth.
Yeah, we have more important.
So can I wanna have pickpocketed Kalis a little while ago.
Cool. I was gonna say, Milo, Zentha has handed you a note under the table that says, "Try to steal from this fucking guy." I was just gonna fucking say it when you said that.
Yeah.
So,
can I roll sleight of hand?
Sleight of hand, and Milo, if you want to, also give me sleight of hand, as this might be the most amazing double steal ever.
That was a natural 20.
Oh, I got a 2. I got excited because I saw the 20, and I was like.
So sleight of hand, that was a 23. So that was a natural 20 plus 3.
I don't think Kalis can possibly perceive that.
No.
No matter what he rolls. And yeah, I would say, how much money do you have on you right now?
I have 47 gold, 10 silver.
Cool.
All your
I'll say
gold?
No, not all. Absolutely not all. You just Josh just stole everyone else's money for everything else, so I'm gonna be a little bit nice to them on this one. I will say, however, like, I'll give you 20. I'll say there's like 2 separate little pouches.
What I really
wanted
to
20,
go for
20
was
off.
his prayer book. I really wanted to take his prayer book.
I'm gonna say Kalis would have that pretty well hidden.
That's in my job strap. You try.
But I got a natural 20.
That's
But I got a natural 20.
It depends. What do you seen it?
Yeah, you wouldn't know it's there.
I've been spying on you people for 3 days.
Give me a perception check. Yeah, I was gonna say you have been around, but give me a perception check with advantage. I'll grant you that.
Okay,
and he has been listening to like most conversations that have happened in the last.
So that was an 18 plus 7. I have a plus 7 to perception. So that's a 25.
Right. Yeah.
And then a 6. So yeah, plus 7. Yeah. So that was a 25.
Okay. Cool.
So you just see Valafar. It has when you try to hit him, he swiped the book, and he's just like rummaging through it. I mean, you don't even. I mean, all this information, you just leave it out.
I'm
Who the
not.
hell is?
Before
who the
he
hell
says
is-
the next word, the sword is drawn in inside his throat. Like it is very, very
He
close.
disappears. He has not been there the entire time, and you feel steel, something round and steel pushed up against the back of your head. You should never bring a sword to a gunfight,
I'm
boy.
gonna cast Hold Person on Balafar.
Okay. And give me that save.
Out of nowhere.
On
Out
here.
of the shadows.
Well, so what save is that going to be?
It's
I
gonna
forget
be
Is that?
Wisdom 15.
Wisdom 15. Let's get that save.
Do I have counterspell? I think no, I don't have counterspell.
You don't know this is happening. You have no idea. There is so much happening right now. Not a chance. What'd we get? What'd we get? It's so tense.
It's a how? What is the save? I'm sorry.
15.
15. And
It's a dex save.
Wisdom.
It's a wisdom, and you don't know he's there. So I'm honestly I'm gonna give you disadvantage on this one.
Okay, so the first one was 16.
Oof. Because you don't even know who's doing this at this moment.
This is a 4.
A 4. You say this and you just freeze, and at the moment you freeze, Zentha actually. Let me pull up her sheet real quick. Because she's not really cool with that one either. And D&D Beyond's not working. Alright, that's fine. Whatever. I'll give it to you. You just freeze right there. And you cannot move. And
Can I turn can I instantly turn?
you
As I
can.
feel this
However,
thing
I want to
against my neck.
say, Blair, do you do anything else? You say anything else? What happens with this? Because they don't really know that you're in this establishment right now. So
This Adrian will get up from where he's seated. He's probably seated in one of the biggest tables there is with his partner, and he'll walk up to the bar and he'll put his hand on this blue tiefling's shoulder, and he'll put his hand on this gold ASMR haired pretty boy's shoulder, and he'll just say, "Listen, if you two are gonna fight, can you guys take it outside? I'm really trying to get some work done over here, and you two are loud as shit. Thanks, guys."
and describe exactly what they see.
What you
as
guys
they look at
see
you.
is this pretty young half elf. He's got side parted, kind of medium length hair. On his left hand, you can see a black ring on his index finger that has the symbol of Erithus. And you see on his right hand a big blue ring with an oval shaped emerald on the index finger. And on his pinky finger, you see a square shaped green sapphire. So you can tell
Wait
that
a
this guy, very, very young, wearing a blue tunic with lavender accents, a white doublet underneath with gold buckles that ties it together, looks very, very rich. And that's all he does. He just says that, and he goes back to his booth to sit back next with his companion. And then he releases Hold Person.
Like immediately, he puts he unclicks it. Don't draw steel against me ever again.
The fucking book.
It's
I don't care if you work for the crown or nothing. Drop the fucking book.
I never had it in my hand, lad. And you look on your, it's still there. Right where you left it.
And at this moment, Zentha just leans back into Tinny and goes, see that face right now? No, not his. Kalis's? Yeah. Yeah. And she just pats you on the shoulder. I gotta go talk to that fucking guy. And she just kind of climbs almost over you out of the table. And she heads on over to Adrian. But if you two gentlemen have more words, I will leave you at that for a minute.
I'll just sheath the blade.
Paulette, let's be here on good terms. I am here to help you. Since
You're
seem
not
to be
off
get-
to a good start. I'm gonna be.
I
perfectly
agree.
blunt.
This was not my plan, as it were, but we digress. Though, all I can say is I am here to help you, and after which you shall help me. Now tell me, what is the nature of our venture here?
Tomfoolery. That is the absolute definition of what we are supposed to do. We're supposed
Why
to
didn't
we're supposed to distract some store owner. I forget what it. To be honest, this job is not.
You're saying that we need to distract a store owner?
Precisely.
A museum.
Now,
Yeah,
making a big show and causing someone to look in the complete other direction is is a bit of a specialty of mine, if you haven't guessed. As I hold up a pouch that has that looks very familiar to Kalis.
Strike number 2.
And I throw back your 20 gold.
And at that moment, Zentha
you're looking over here when you should be looking over here.
Zentha has made her way over to Adrian. She stopped and kind of prestidigitationed herself a little bit on the way. And Adrian, you are sitting there with your partner, Chuck.
Yep. So I got a bunch of
And-
notes on my left, and then I'm reading this new book by Elwyn Finday, just kind of skimming through it, and that's what he's doing right now.
It's
And he just tells-
infuriating. Like,
Yep.
every, like, second paragraph, you're like, oh my god, I fucking hate this guy so
I
much.
just look at Chuck, and I'm just like, I cannot believe people read this shit, and I'll close the book and set it to the side.
And he's, like, got his feet, like, not up on the table, but just, like, up on the booth, like, next to him. And he's, like, kind of half laying down, and he's drinking a little bit, and he's like, yeah, well, no, not working today. Not working today. God damn it, Chuck. And he takes another sip. And Zentha approaches. And
You're gonna head
Adrian,
to
you
the brothel
see,
with me after this.
as you say that, you turn your head, and you see an attractive, wealthy-looking, slightly drunk elven woman who you saw at the other table.
I'll lean into Chuck. Oh, it looks like the women are coming to us tonight, my friend.
So, and she just sits down, doesn't even ask, doesn't give a fuck, just sits down, kind of like on the other, like, next to you, but it's like, it's books and stuff, and then her, but she's like as close as she could be. I have been on the road for a very long time, and I have not seen something I liked so much from anyone in a while. And I'm gonna be honest, I'd like to take this upstairs. And she just slides a drink over to you.
Well, Chuck, I guess you're spending the rest of the night by yourself.
Yeah, you're not working tonight either, bud.
Yeah, no. I'll see you in the morning.
Yeah, and he slams down on the table.
My man. And then I'll just put my hand around this elven woman. My name's Adrian. Who are you?
Lady Zentha Wisehaven.
Zentha
And she looks back at the table, specifically at Tinny, winks. Please don't kill each other. Please.
That is a beautiful
Tinny.
name. Shall we?
I've already paid for your room. We leave in the morning. And she turns back to Adrian
Fun?
and nods and heads off with him.
And then you just see a green feminine mage hand appear, and it gathers up all the notes in the book, and it follows Adrian.
And just to describe his partner, not that you've met him, he's just this pretty big, like 6'2", super built human, and he looks like he spent a lot of time working outside. He's just like super sun-weathered skin, and he's balding early. He looks like he's probably in like his late 30s, early 40s, salt and pepper in his kind of short black beard, and he looks way less ritzy than Adrian. And it's very confusing what the fuck these two would ever have to do with each other. And because he's not working right now, he's literally just like wearing just like a fucking tank top and just like normal pants. He's just bumming it so hard right now. And he does not care to even interact with any of you or look at you, but that's what you see. And so I will say, let's take another 10 or 15 minutes if people have stuff to talk about or stuff to do overnight, and then I have a thing I need to get to before we come to a close. But with that, Zentha struts off with this handsome new fucking dude who just showed up and stopped the other new dude from and Kalis from killing each other. So
this debonair.
All you hear is a pretty girl men fight for. They've even started wars. How pretty does she have to be when she's down on all fours? I find the ones who aren't so pretty are diamonds in the rough. 'Cause pretty girls may look good, but the ugly know their stuff. As he starts laughing his head off.
As that's happening, Derek, what were you saying?
I sent a message to that Adrian guy. He just hears careful, she's a wild one.
And I'll just reply back, you're welcome to join in too.
Whoa!
Let's go.
Does he?
This is drunk Derek. No.
Okay, I was scared. I asked him. He said, "This is drunk Derek." I was like, "Oh, what the fuck?" Oh god.
Not that drunk.
Jesus
Been rolling con saves to see how drunk he gets.
Good. And Adrian would know this, but as Zentha leaves, she just goes up to the owner essentially, and is just like, "Just fucking tab it. I don't care. I'll cover everything. I'll pay you double." Also sets down like 30 platinum right there for him. Way too fucking much. And just heads off with Adrian.
Okay.
Yeah.
My friend, as I looked, I think she just bought a round for the house.
She certainly did. There are many rounds for many people tonight. They are not being stingy with alcohol and or food at the moment.
Volcar, sorry, oh my god.
Yeah,
Valafar,
you picked 2 V names.
There we go.
Yeah, I know. Valafar immediately starts playing the dirtiest sea shanties you have ever heard in your entire life. Like, truly, like, not safe for work shit.
Weirdly, despite how nice this establishment is, it's not actually that out of place, which is somehow very confusing. But it kind of works.
He puts his hat out and he snapped his fingers in Mind Illusion. Tip if you like. Just appears on like a little chalkboard.
Cool. Probably not getting tips in this place.
No, I know.
But it's fair.
It was a joke.
It's cute. It's a cute gimmick.
Ugly or unsightly or even make you sick.
In the mass.
Every girl is pretty with her lips right round your hey nunny 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 hey nunny nunny nunny.
Jesus Christ.
In the midst of all this,
I told you the most disgusting she shanties you've ever heard.
I'm going where Kalis is gonna try to somehow motion to Tinny. Is a 2, 3.
I love to think that Milo's just watching this, just like, what the fuck?
Well, and adieu to you, fairish lady.
He's gonna cover her ears and he's just gonna
Yeah.
go up there and get in.
Lady so
walk
fair.
outside.
Like, for some reason, a violin is playing while he's playing the lute. So he's trying to set the mood for you.
No. We
So you
actually
said-
step out of the establishment.
Yeah, you said you're going outside,
Like,
right?
No, I'll go outside.
So the 2 of you step out. It is well into night at this point, and this place is fucking sparkling at night. Just incredible. Probably a little much for Kalis, with the neon and all the fucking viridian, and there's like fish scale clothing everywhere. It seems to be like kind of a thing that denotes wealth is wearing these kind of like scale, almost sequiny, but out of fish scales. And it's just everything's sparkly and loud and bright here. But there you 2 are.
Well, I'm glad you got my message. Wasn't exactly the most discreet. But
Okay.
before you actually leave, because I know that you're gonna be going back home soon. So I wanted to give you something, actually. Kind of been mulling it over for the last couple of hours, and I'll take out the other half of the friendship amulet. I just wanted you to have this. The other person kind of gave up on me and gave up on the rest of us. So, and he'll kind of like just give it to you. And so, this is essentially here's to hoping that maybe somewhat down the line, you won't exactly forget about us.
Never forget about you guys.
But yeah,
Even with or without the necklace.
it's just, it's just an extra piece,
I actually have something to give to you too. Well, I don't know if it'll work or not, but can you take off your...
And he'll like timidly untie the thing. Almost like embarrassed that he has this thing in the first place, and I'll just take it off, and it's just the...
Honestly, it fits right in this fucking place. The bandana, not the...
Bro.
Yeah.
Sure. And I'll take out this circlet that I was working on. And it's just a little blue gem that's kind of surrounded by a little flame, and it's outlined with a pair of wings. And it just goes into a very simple, kind of elegant, like twisted kind of a band. And she'll just put it on your head. And does anything happen to the appearance, at least, of...
So you imbued this with illusory magic, correct?
Illusory and transmutation.
Illusory and transmutation. Okay. I would say, given how good your roll was and the discussion we had before about stuff, this will essentially stop people from being able to see it while you are wearing it. I will say this will be an attunable thing, for sure. This would need attunement, because something that is constantly illusory is pretty powerful. And I would say if someone were to feel for it, you would still feel it, but it is certainly much less noticeable to the touch, because in its actual form, it's quite raised, as I said. But as he puts it on, you see, I would say, take a few minutes to, let the magic juices work, and seems like it works.
I hold up like a little mirror. See?
Wow. You're really quite a genius.
And Kalis, you feel another drop of blood, but as you look in the mirror, you don't see it. If you wipe it, you see it on your fingers, but not on your face.
It is still there, but I guess the rest of the world doesn't have to be exposed to my little freak show. But anyways, you didn't have to do this.
Well, it seemed to bother you, and this is just a temporary fix until, you can, I don't know, remove the mark or something.
We'll get rid of it somehow. Hopefully, at least. But there also was one more thing just before you left. And I'll kind of just lean in and just like kiss her on the cheek. Sorry. Yeah, that was it. Yeah, we can go back inside. Sorry.
But he leaves. I get up on my tiptoes and I kiss him on the cheek too. Let's go back.
And you just hear some drunk woman just like across the street.
Red!
Like, oh
It's
my
all
god!
It's all red! It's crimson!
You seem to have made the bleeding worse. And with that,
You hear, can you feel?
This is not your moment.
copyright. Nope, no more. Do the two of you awkwardly head back inside to the rest of the group? What do you do after this? Because I do got to wrap the evening up because I have to get to this thing, and I don't want to keep you all up too late. But
I was just gonna join back in on the drinking, but yeah, that was the plan.
does Tinny also go back inside?
Yeah, I would think so. But maybe like as she enters the door, she just kind of sends a little pebble at
Everyone,
Alvar.
give me an insight check at disadvantage. As drinking has certainly been happening. And Valfar, if you've been wanting to drink, it's certainly been there. So you're pretty
I have
now.
certainly imbibed the rum.
Yes, all
Perception.
of you.
Oh wow!
Insight disadvantage.
Oh, insight.
Yep.
I got a 12.
Okay.
Insight disadvantage?
Rolled it twice.
Disadvantage.
No way he rolled that twice.
21 at disadvantage.
21?
I rolled
17.
17
And then Milo rolled a 20 twice. But not
Holy
natural
shit.
20, unnatural 20 twice.
Wow. 21, 20,
Really
12.
obvious.
Valfar, what'd you get?
17.
17.
These rolls.
I'm gonna say Quilly and Milo.
An 18.
You see Kalis briskly walk back in from the warm evening air. Just either he just ate like a ghost pepper, or this boy blushing. And like 15 seconds later, Tinny awkwardly comes back in, and like she like lingers for a second, like hopefully not to make it look awkward, and it just looks like she feels so fucking awkward. And the two of them find themselves sitting back down, it's like not really looking at each other. And you and Milo, Quilly and Milo, you're both just like
looking back and forth at them.
"Okay."
Are you guys eating peppers back there?
Oh.
Oh,
You mean
must be-
outside?
Yeah, like your face is all red.
No, it's not. It's just
We're outside today.
yeah.
I have no stake in this, but
I never
leave the
did
kid-
well in
leave the
tropical
kid-
weather.
So we've been drinking, you know.
Yeah.
Okay, so
It's the
Derek
glow.
wrote like a nat 1 on his con save, so he's gonna do something stupid.
Sure, let's take it, and then we'll have to end the night so I can get to my thing. But yeah, give me your stupid thing. Let's end the night on something
so he-
big.
Pulls out his sending stone.
Uh-oh! Drunk text! Wait, hang on.
Turn
Wait.
the ship
Let me get
around
ready.
me, boy. Turn around and run. That's
All right, Derek, drunk text. I'm ready to type every single letter you're about to say. Tell me
Okay.
this.
Okay, so he goes, "Hey guys, drunk in Scarlitton. Hate this place. If Dell. Sorry, I ate rabbit. If Row. Kick some ass. If Z. I miss you." And then he passes out.
Okay. There is no response.
He doesn't know he passed out.
He passes the fuck out. And so with that, your evenings, most of yours are followed by drunken sleep. Adrian's is a little bit more eventful before then. And as Zentha has covered all of your room, I mean, the rooms here are fucking incredibly nice too. Like, all of them have these beautiful balcony views, and it's such a delight after just a few days ago what you were all experiencing.
Looking from our balcony, can we see the port?
Yes.
Do any of the ships look familiar?
You do not see the ship that you're hoping to see. And you know that it would take them longer to get here than it has been, unless...
That bear is she's smarter than the average bear, so you never know.
That's fair. But with that, you all
Sorry.
find yourselves one more thing?
I just had to say something. the whole Derek thing, I was really hoping that it was just gonna be a two word sending, and it was just gonna be you up.
You up?
That's it.
You up, girl?
That's it.
That would have been so good. Honestly, yeah.
Doesn't
I
know
mean,
who has the stone.
it'd be like calling someone's landline when they live with 45 people who might get the message. It's like, it's a little risky there. But nighttime after a raucous, drunken evening. And Adrian will probably have to get to some of your stuff start next session. But morning comes. Zentha comes back down the stairs, looking like she had an evening, to say the least. And once you're all awake and most certainly fairly hungover and feeling horrible, she gathers you all out front with Tinny. Well, oh God, this city is so bright. I'm gonna close my eyes. Sorry, this really sucks. I'm afraid we have to get back to Xyphis immediately. And do you all still have a sending scroll? Would you have a way of? Can you point it there? Can you like contact
Actually,
me?
I have it, but I can give it to you.
Yeah, not yet. I'm working
All right,
on
well,
that.
perfect. And she grabs the scroll from.
Worst comes to
Tinny.
worst, I can message you, my dear.
Oh
Please
no, you're
never
still
do.
here. Don't do that. Don't do that.
He has a very
Quilly. Nope, Quilly, take this. She hands you the scroll. I am very happy to be leaving you to figure out this mess. Let me know when you need me to come back, and we will get off to the pits. I guess if that's still where you want to go.
Yeah,
But-
so we have to.
I guess kind of looks sheepishly at Tinny. I don't know if you have to, like say goodbye, or I don't know if you did that. Like, should we be leaving right now, or do you guys need a minute? I don't know what happened last night downstairs, so
Maybe give us a couple of minutes.
yeah.
And I go I'm gonna go buy a cup of coffee, and I leave to give them all a more personal.
And Zentha
I'm the
steps
new guy.
away a bit, still within view, but kind of off, looking out over the ocean. And what would you all like to do?
You really have to go.
Yeah.
I mean, yes,
Yeah, I
you
have
have to
to.
go.
Wish I didn't, but it's been a long time, and I really want to see my family again. But thank you guys. It's because of you that it's really even possible, you know? I'll never forget what you did for me.
Well, I guess going to see home is as good a reason as any, so
I hope
But-
everything works out.
yeah.
I hope for you guys too. I really want to make it up to you someday.
You'll always have friends in Vasselheim.
Meet again one day.
Yeah.
Yeah, fate's one of those strange things. You never know.
You never do.
Before you leave, take this for good luck. And he hands her a scroll of bless.
Thanks, Derek. I'll put it to good
Saved
use.
her ass. It saved her ass, so
You're not wrong. It's a very useful spell.
yes it is.
Mm-hmm. Why is it level 1? No one will know.
But you guys take care of each other, okay?
Little sister, and from like up on a balcony over, you catch a small gold coin.
Me?
Yep. Where you're going, you're gonna need that.
Is it? Do I look at it? Is it any different? from, like,
Yeah,
regular-
it's a gold doubloon. On one side says, worth 1 favor from Valifar, and then it disappears.
Not your sister.
We are all of infernal blood, my dear. We are all brothers and sisters. We are all his children.
And
That's not
Zentha
what I agree
sees
with
that Valifar is is involved in the discussion. All right, looks like things are done.
that. Zentha, what do I do with this?
Oh, you said it disappeared, right?
Yeah, it's an illusion.
Oh, the coin
it was a
disappeared.
minor.
Okay, okay.
It was a minor illusion.
I
It
thought the
literally
text
disappeared. It literally. I can conjure small things, and they literally disappear after when I want them to.
Yeah,
It's a figurative coin.
it was a literal figurative coin, but
It was a
Zentha
literal.
comes
If I
over
was giving
and-
you a favor, if you ever need some unscrupulous help.
I want to leave the city immediately. And Zentha just puts her
I
puts her
hear
arm
you.
in Tinny's. All right. Well, I'm not gonna make this be any longer and more awkward than it needs to be. Let me know when you need me. Thank you.
Okay.
And she takes Tinny. Actually, not back up to the ship, for she has a faster way of getting you there. She takes you down to the shore. What?
Wait! Before they really leave. Wait!
Okay. Okay. Yeah.
Oh God.
And Kalis just comes sprinting down the street screaming this, and Zentha just
There's
smirks,
majestic
looks at
music in the
Tinny, wiggles her
background.
eyebrows, and just goes, "Oh no, you're falling behind." And she unhooks her arm from you and just starts walking in front of you. Just
My own honey.
and it starts
break
raining dramatically,
and
dripping
my
off the
own-
shell into the ocean all around you.
And Derek does minor illusion pedals.
Oh, I'm gonna do freaking phantasmal force on you, so it literally feels like time has slowed down. I can change people's perceptions of time.
Oh, granted, no roll on this. Kalis, what are you doing as you
Yeah.
dramatically run over there with this insane just flare all around you? That
Even
suddenly
though
happens?
the sun has just risen, it looks like it's like the sun
Like
has
dust.
set on.
I'm gonna cast Whole Person on Kalis. No, I'm just joking.
Just on the window. Oh my god.
As a very thematic, harkening back to session 1.
Yeah.
Our very first session,
What do we got?
he accidentally falls on his face, but
Oh. Full circle.
Derek, you make
Yes,
these little
very
sparks
quickly.
around him, and he looks up, gets distracted. His foot just hits a fucking like
Yeah.
cobblestone sticking out, and he just,
he
Oh my
gets up.
goodness.
He gets up very quickly though. You know, it's like a push-up. Boom. Very.
It's like a burpee.
Almost. Yeah, very suave. And he runs like a. I didn't really want to say goodbye. That like that. That felt wrong. Well. Fuck it. And I'll go in for the kiss. Not on the cheek.
uh-oh.
Uh.
Uh-oh.
Read it up. Tinny doesn't pull away.
Oh. Yeah.
And Tinny,
And then-
you just hear Zentha's voice in your head. It goes, "Ooh, get it, girl."
No.
Tinny's turned it
you can love a
And as Kalis pulls away, his very last words to Tinny just before she leaves is that we would have liked you. And then he goes back.
And before Tinny has any time to process this, Zentha runs back
Yeah,
up,
she's
grabs her
just in
hands,
shock.
twirls her in a circle, and goes, "We have really sad stuff to do," and just two of you just disappear. And so, I know we've hit midnight, but we need to end with this. So I'm just gonna ask everyone except Melody, please mute, just so in case your mics happen to pick up anything, we don't get it. And well, now you do it instantly. All right, whatever RPG sounds, I'll take it. You land, and immediately you feel the heat and the sun. You are just at the entrance to the House Ysaven property. And Zentha, still grabbing you by the hands, kind of rushes past the help that is out dealing with the gardens and things like that, and kind of in passing greets them as she runs in, and the two of you step inside. You head over to the elevator that she has, the arcane platform, and you descend a few floors. And it's at this moment that the nerves, which were probably just rampant in you, begin to shift to maybe excitement, maybe fear. You haven't seen either of them in months, and when you left, things were very, very, very bad. And two of you stand there on what feels like the longest elevator ride of your life. You can feel Zentha's hands are sweating, and she looks like she feels about the same as you. Her giddiness of just a few minutes ago for you guys is entirely gone. And finally, it reaches the bottom. And the two of you find your way over to the room where your parents have been for over a year, being cared for by Zentha, a few others, but mainly a human woman named Aluin. And as Zentha gets up there, she knocks gently on the door, and a moment passes, and Aluin pulls it open, and you hear from what's essentially the magic jukebox in the side some really gentle harp and piano music playing. It smells very nice, as it always does. It's very clean. And you see first your father. His red skin, his eyes are shut, but you know that they would be shining brightly gold. White hair, his black horns that curl slightly back from the temples, matching yours perfectly. He looks very bad. He's thinner than you've ever seen him before, despite his usual thin build. He's practically a skeleton at this point. And across the room, you see your mother. And to those who might be looking in on this, Tinny's mother looks, other than the horns, practically identical to her. And she lays there, also quite thin, not as bad as your father as he got at first. They both have circles so dark under and around their eyes that they don't even seem real. And you see the tracking and the pulsing still all through their veins, and as you come in, Aluin kind of covers them up a little bit, and you're back. I hope with good news.
Yeah, we have it. Zentha.
And Zentha kind of fumbles around, and you see her hands kind of shaking a bit. She pulls out the tear, and Aluin's eyes just go wide. All right, so a couple things first. Tinny had it. It was really bad, really fast. It's a parasite. This got it out of her, and it was only after a few days it was already large. It was big. And I think we're gonna have to do this very, very slowly, because We don't know how this has progressed with them. But we don't have time to wait and see. And Alwyn just kind of nods and immediately begins gathering stuff. And Zentha walks over, kind of still holding you by the hand, over to the side of your mother's bed. Kind of sits down on the bed beside her. Okay, I don't know how to do this, but I think it kind of okay, and it just starts floating out of her hand over toward your mother's chest. And it just floats gently above her, kind of glowing and pulsing. You see these little watercolor wisps kind of start to grow from it, and they start to meet the pulsing through the veins and almost just gently find their way in. And Zentha just kind of stands up and steps back and just watches. And there's about 10 or 15 minutes of just silent waiting. And you're not sure what it's doing, but it seems to be doing something. And Tinny, you can kind of feel that familiar warmth that you got when it was healing you. Kind of lingering in the air. You can almost taste it. And it grows brighter and brighter and then dims down, drops onto her chest. And she still looks very bad. Does not appear to be cured. No parasite came out of her or anything. But about 15 seconds later, you see her eyes kind of flick open drearily. And you have not seen either of your parents in any semblance of being awake in at least a year. She shakes her head a little bit. And as her eyes blink open toward you, she looks confused. And she reaches her left hand. You can see the fingers are kind of curled inward as they have been since her injury. And she kind of reaches out, and the fingers, her whole hand is shaking as she tries to reach toward you, and she just goes, Tinny, is that you?
And grab her hand.
And as you reach out, she just like kind of looks confused and almost sad. No, it never is. Streams.
Mama, no, it's me. I'm here.
And she kind of reacts a little bit and pulls back to sleep. But you are holding her hand, and it's very, very weak. She's actually holding yours as much as she can with her injury. And Zentha just kind of looks around at Alwyn and back at you. She spoke?
Yeah, but nothing came out of her. Did it work?
I don't know. I wonder, maybe it just needs more time? Maybe it knows that it can't do it all at once. I mean, again, if what you had in you was that big after days, I can only imagine that it's probably quite bad. But Tinny, she spoke.
She woke up.
And she just walks over and hugs you and just fucking cries.
Immediately sobbing.
And so, what the rest of your day consists of is essentially same thing with your father. It seems to be, he doesn't speak, he does move a little bit. You see his eyes move, but they don't actually open. And after some time of trying to mess with it, Alwyn figures out that if she literally just leaves the tear in there, it will just, whenever it decides it is time to, will just find its way to one of them, do that for a bit, stop, then a bit later it will move back to the other one. And there's a couple more moments of your mother waking up a little bit. A few of them when you're not in the room actively. She asks about your brother briefly once. One time she just opens her eyes and is just laughing so hard she starts coughing. And your father doesn't quite find his way back to consciousness, but you can see slight betterment in the tracking and the darkness of the veins, not around the eyes or anything, and there's still some coming, some of the liquid actually coming from his eyes and his nose, kind of passively, but the tracking is notably improving. And after a good bit of time, Zentha takes you up to the balcony, which overlooks the eastern side of the mountains instead of looking north over the basin like all the other rich people. And you can see she's been drinking a little bit again. She's not like going crazy, just a little bit. She's just kind of leaning on the edge of the balcony looking out over. Do you think this is gonna be enough for everyone? I mean, I don't even know how many there are, and if we're on a time frame, I don't know if we are, but it seems like it. Are we gonna need some kind of... Do we need a new building to keep people in? How do we build that? How long is that gonna take? I don't know. I have so many questions
maybe
now.
if we can like open a center where everyone who's sick can gather. Maybe if they're all together, the tear can heal them kind of all at once.
But there's also something that you said that's... What happens when they mature? If it's bad, should we have hundreds, thousands? I don't know. Together? Will the higher houses try to intervene? Are they already involved? I don't know. This is a lot of
We don't even know where this
attention.
came from, or why this is happening.
She closes her eyes for about a solid minute. Did I ever tell you about Teddy? She
I
has
don't
not.
think so. No.
I found him in Demos. He was only about 3. He was an orphan. Halfling. I was his mother for 6 years after that. He became very ill. Not this, but suddenly. I took on a lot of debt with the consortium to try and, but it didn't. I had to help them finish there. And she just points behind to what you can still see over the mountain that separates her house from the rest of the higher houses. The massive flow of water coming straight up and pouring down over the consortium and spilling out to all of the wealthy houses, but not to the basin. It's not what I agreed to, but they changed their terms. And while I was building their greedy fucking death machine, Eddie died. I should have been there. My marriage at the time was falling apart. I was distracted and I just wanted to save him, and I didn't consider the implications of what I had to build. And now I've played a part in the very thing kept you down and every other poor soul down there. And I know it's not my fault. But I hate it. And I went to very great lengths to cut things off with the consortium. Why do you think they moved an entire mountain so they didn't have to look at me? And I just have to wonder if you all had shelter and food and water, maybe this wouldn't happen.
Zentha, just take her hands. You know they would have found another way to keep us down. It's not because of what you did. You were trying to save your little boy. Nobody can fault you for that.
No, but I fault them for it. And they... She looks up. They can't be up there forever. And her look becomes kind of stern and hard. They took my teddy, but they're not getting anyone else.
Start by helping the people down here, yeah?
Yeah. What do we do now?
I don't know, to be honest.
Tinny. I think you don't need to be here in this house of despair right now. See, she kind of smiles a bit.
But Mama and Papa and...
No. You have given everything to help them. And I think we have it. And I don't know how long it's going to take. They are in good hands here. We will take care of them. But Tinny... They still haven't found your brother. No one's heard anything. And I know that you might want to be here right now, but trust me. Give it a week, not even. You are a brilliant young woman, and there is so much more for you. You have done so much. We've learned you can bring your genius on the go. You can't get stuck here. and I can come get you anytime you need to visit. But please trust me, Tinny. Please, please trust me. From one woman gave up exploring for the wrong reasons. Partially for the right reasons. You don't have the benefit of living as long as I do. I can make a mistake, and generations of others can pass before I even know that I've made it. She grabs your hands and kind of pulls you a little bit closer. You've had a very difficult life. And I think maybe it's time you start choosing your own battles. Instead of theirs. She looks back up at the waterfall.
You really think that you can go?
I think you all just did something of legends. And that was while you were dying. Tinny, look at you. Look at you. You're too bright for this place.
I've always wanted to see the world.
There's so much world out there. And what's here? Everything you need that's here. Tell me and I'll be there. I can bring you back. As long as I know where you are in the first place. Pretty good at that though. And she leans in. You're probably not gonna want to be here when I tell your parents about.
You wouldn't.
Oh, I will.
Zentha!
First words out of my mouth.
I
And
should
she gives you a look of like, huh?
Not fair.
Doesn't have to be. I'm doing it.
You'll tell me as soon as they wake up.
As soon as we have any updates, you will be the first to know.
Okay. But I have to grab a few things first. My workshop is really wrecked, you know that.
I'll be here.
Go run to my workshop and just gather a bunch of random stuff.
Okay. And Zentha stands there out on the balcony waiting for you. And I assume it takes you a little bit of time because you have a lot of stuff to grab.
Yeah, it's just, she probably hears like a lot of like clanging from downstairs. Just, yeah.
And as you come back out, I presume, having spent some more time with your parents, she's out there. She's definitely been drinking a little bit more still. Not hammered again, but she's, you know, she's getting there. All right, Derek, where are you right now? I have a package. And that is where we're going to pick up next week. Reminder, you're all muted.
Oh my
So if you want to say anything.
Lighthearted episode.
That was very lighthearted.
Lighthearted episode.
What I tell you?
Oh, I missed an opportunity.
Well,
Or Varkar,
thank
never
you
saw
all.
their-
Thank you all for watching and listening. And yes, Melody is officially joining the Rolling 20s as a full-time member.
Happy.
It's here. We will have to see what other shenanigans we get up to next time, but it is quite late for you East Coasters in the party, so I will stop the recording. Thank you all for joining us. We will see you next week. Happy gaming.